But I could do a recap if needed.
Yes, do a recap for Trent and Fox.
All right, Trenton Fox.
Just for him.
You see, last time we actually went to well, we talked a lot about searching the wizard's manor, but after going to talk to the baroness again, she was like, "Oh, you need this. You need to be actual mercenaries. This is you're not this whole sort of just get paid for doing something without a contract. That doesn't really work." So we got a contract and we signed it. We were going to go and solve the kobold problem. So we went there, very noble drow thoughts about making friends with the kobolds and just asking them to be nice. But when we got there, we got attacked by them, and that plan sort of fell out the window very quickly. We then invaded the kobold land, killed all we found until also we found like 3 humans who were captured, whom we freed. We also found in the kobold lair a kobold who was bound and held. We, for some weird reason, chose to trust that this kobold was probably not a trap, free it, give it its weapons back, and then free its dinosaur friend, whom we then brought with us down, right at our back, down into the depths of the kobold lair. The kobold always being too late to actually warn of us anything, and asking us to make it the new kobold king. We thought this would be a great idea. I mean, they need a king, right? That's the best way to deal with kobolds. Give them a king. So we went on to fight the leader of the cold place, who seemed to talk something more about the Dreadlord and a big scaly god. But we killed him eventually, and instated this new kobold king for new kobold rule. Jonas or elf guy chose to he's an elf. Chose to have to be like all friendly with the kobolds and whatnot. At least I thought we should just kill them all because that would be that problem would have. But in the end, he got what he wanted, and we went back to Baroness and said, "Hey, kobolds want to help you, and they want to protect or search around the forest for random things, and then you give them free food." And she was like, "Oh, well, I don't really think that's a good idea. I mean, I don't think that's gonna work." But then Pelican got talked her into trying it, so I guess she's trying it now. Yeah, we got paid, so that's all good. Then she asked us if we would go into check out the wizard's manor because apparently it's up for auction. The family he has in some nearby place didn't really want anything in there except for the money you can get for selling it. So we're supposed to go in there, make sure it's safe for the workers to come in and just split the whole thing apart and sell everything on an auction. We'll get 1,000 gold per person for that. Seems pretty trivial, doesn't it? Just go in and check a house out. Maybe there's no traps or anything. That'd be pretty sweet. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Did I miss anything? Anything crucial?
Maybe.
Matt,
No.
yeah.
That was mostly it, yeah.
Yeah, Trenton Fox needs to know if I missed anything.
Yeah, nothing will go wrong at all. It's just a house. Can go wrong.
Yeah, that's why only the ladies are going.
Oh, yeah, a lot more people than Trenton Fox showed up.
Oh yeah, quite envious. But yeah, it is currently day 4 after you've arrived in Belheim.
Yeah, we're so effective.
Yeah, you're really doing things in these 4 days. And you arrived here thinking, you lost your job and now you never do anything ever again.
Yeah, we've earned like a year's salary already.
Yeah. So
spent
profitable.
Half as much in ale.
But yeah, the party is slightly smaller today, with Abiran and Elida missing.
Well, where are they gone?
Well, Abiran, you know because he's told you, is currently tracking down a lone wolf who is currently bothering the outer farmsteads. He has some friends and they were like, "Hey, you're a hunter, right? You can do that for us." And apparently he was like, "Sure," and disappeared for a couple days. Supposedly tracking a wolf. Elida, his story isn't quite as exciting. He got basically roped into picking apples by a lady he met the other day, and he didn't really want to say no, so now he's doing that.
He's picking apples?
He is picking apples. He's quite good at it, supposedly.
We are so gonna tease him about that when he comes back.
Oh, no, he's too nice to say no.
Can we have apple pie?
I don't know, but he gets paid 1,000 gold for it, so I guess he draw the long straw here.
What an asshole.
Yeah, just leaving us to do the work.
Are you gonna share this with Jonas?
Obviously.
Okay.
Well, I can tell you when you guys wake up in the morning, you're probably, Fondra's probably done all of her stuff already because you guys have like late risers.
Yeah.
You're gonna come downstairs and you may not even notice Fondra. Let's find out. Might
Well-
not notice Fondra.
Today, if nobody wakes up, at least he's gonna sleep until like 12.
Amen. So we'll do.
Before coming down, stretching, finally. She's usually grumpy in the morning, but it not being morning anymore, she's fine. She'll come down and, order a bit of a morning beer.
Ooh, sausage.
Yeah.
Jiro would like some sausage.
Go ahead.
There's always sausage available.
Yay.
They have like hanging from the ceiling, I imagine.
Well, there's multiple taverns in Belheim actually. You haven't really heard about the other two because this one is just so good. Everyone
It
says,
is.
"Oh,
It's freaking good, yeah.
meat all the
It is
time."
down.
Why do we
Oh,
need
why?
free
But it's-
taverns?
It is so good.
You know?
Why are we always the only ones in here?
Well, there's usually some other people sitting in a corner somewhere that
More tavern.
seemingly never really leave because they just.
People can. How many tavern people? Like, they can't sustain more than one tavern, can it?
Belheim has 3 taverns.
Well, only one you can sleep in, right?
Yeah, only this one you can actually
It's like
sleep
an
in.
inn.
This is like a tavern and a guest house in one.
Oh, look over her shoulder at Fonra.
Do you see Fondra technically right now?
Do I?
Do you? Make a perception check.
Nope.
Try.
I don't. Well, Tiro doesn't still.
I mean, you're right there.
Yes, but I'm also blending perfectly in with the room around me.
She has the chameleon thingy.
Huh?
Her skin changes with the background.
Oh, he's doing that sort of thing. All right, well, he doesn't
Even-
really care much. He'll turn around again, continue eating. Probably some bug under her armor.
Without Tira really noticing. Suddenly she noticed the sausage picked up and Fondra is sitting there, normal coloured.
The sausage or you?
I'm normal coloured, but the sausages as well.
Probably a skin-colored sausage.
Ah! Look at the sausage. And the cheese.
Morning.
Morning.
Oh, afternoon actually. Yeah.
Mm.
I was just trying something out of mine I've developed.
Okay, what was that?
She puts her arm out in front of you. And you see the bit that's uncovered. So suddenly you see it just start changing colours and perfectly blending in.
Ooh.
Pretty.
Did you know the chameleons don't blend in to look like their backgrounds, but they change color on how they feel?
Yes.
Yes, Rogan says, sounds practical. If ever I'm going to hunt one down, I'll just make it feel scared. That's blue, right?
You'll probably notice it.
Besides, I hear they're very small.
Why would you hunt a chameleon?
As well, if you find one that's big enough, that'll be a challenge.
Fondra's colour kind of makes it just fade off now.
Is she hinting that she's gonna hunt you?
Probably not, but Fondra doesn't take any chances.
Well, to the manor we go. Right?
Yes,
Come
we
on,
need
then just get done eating. It's not going anywhere.
I need a glass of milk. Talia, a glass of milk.
Talia will certainly produce a glass of milk.
I don't want to script Talia's workspace, so I'll set up my alchemy table over here.
Is that a bone?
That's a dish.
It's a strange dish.
Tray.
Tray.
Tray, yeah.
Well, he said he'll go out and prep up hammer for work.
It is.
And,
It is worth mentioning that the tavern is not completely empty. Like really, never completely empty. There's always like 1 or 2 people around.
Is it the same people?
It's usually the same people who really like just talking to each other in like hushed tones, likely gossiping about everything.
Yeah, sheep. So you can see what extracts I've prepared if you click on me.
Yep, I do see that.
Right now I've only got one prepared. And it takes me 1 minute to prep a new one, so yeah, it's not too bad. I'm going to wait for you all outside.
I think we are outside.
You seem to be on a worm. There we go. Much better.
Remember to move, sheep.
Move the camera.
Yes.
I'm too scared to look at the stream in case I get a spoiler.
No, it's a
there are
different
no
one. There are
spoilers.
no spoilers on the camera. He's logged in as a player as well.
Yeah. So you head towards the manor, walking through parts of Belheim. On the worm, I assume.
Yeah.
They're on the worm. I'm not. I'm sprinting at my 5 times speed.
Honor certainly gets some strange looks, which are nothing compared to the strange looks that Hammer gets.
The boy, I'm basically sprinting at 5 times speed, doing acrobatics on the way here.
Oh, he's just it's strutting on top of Hammer, you know. He enjoys the attention.
Is that bonus correct?
Not often these peasants get to see a dwarven hunter.
You do
What
hear
took you guys so long?
you do hear some people just say, "See, I told you that rumor was true." Being all victorious.
So they get kind of annoyed, muttering that Hammer would never eat trees.
Yeah.
Fauna is basically leaning against the wall right now, waiting for you when you arrive.
So jump down and says, "You haven't gotten started yet?
Oh, I wanted you all to be here.
I
Who
thought
knows
you
what's
ran
in-
ahead to open the door."
I certainly could have, but what's the fun of going inside and doing all the things when, you know, you have no one here to greet you?
Hammer goes down there and begins to wash himself.
Oh.
The Wizard's Manor is certainly an impressive building, with thick stone walls and a dome-shaped glass cathedral almost on top of it, likely where the wizard keeps his telescope. It also looks like it's by far the newest building in all of Belheim. As you head to the door, I will transfer you to a new map.
What? This is a preposterous idea, Sheep.
No,
I substitute your reality and implement my own.
you can swap
mean-
to the new map.
We're really only here to provide you assistance.
You might want to force your only camera here.
Go.
The players on your current view. There we go. Big double doors greet you.
Okay. I walk up to the double doors. I pull out the keys, which I've kept in my back pocket, and open the door.
Use one of the 2 keys that you found on the wizard and indeed open the door. Stepping over some remaining bits of the charred kobold. And
Kick
what you
them to the
see
side.
is a nice big room.
Is that it?
That is it.
Is there traps in front of the door?
You look for a trap. And by looking at that carpet, it does
I will
seem...
indeed. I'll look too.
You look too, and the 2 of you looking quite carefully, since you kind of know what you're supposed to expect, indeed spot something very odd in the carpet in front of you. It is likely a trap of sorts.
Is it probably a trapdoor?
It is probably a trap. Probably a pit trap.
Very
Oh,
clever.
Not the normal kind, but of course
There's
the
a trap here.
wizard
Don't
kind.
go forward.
All
There's a
right,
trap
then
right
I'll let
under
you
where
go
this carpet
first.
is. First we need to make. It's probably a good idea to make sure it doesn't open up on us if any of you accidentally step on it. You go. If one of you wants to hold on, just in case I lose my balance, I shouldn't. Anyway, I'm going to try disabling devicing the pit trap. Try to jam it to prevent it from falling open.
Sure. That is not enough.
Is it enough to trigger the trap?
Let me double check.
I believe there's like 5 under triggers the trap.
I will double check.
And pull you down into it. Yeah.
I rolled a 5 on the dice.
It is not enough.
Or for either result.
And you do indeed feel something going wrong, and indeed the trap goes off, creating a very fancy looking hole in the carpet, which doesn't really seem to lead to the basement, but rather some other space somewhere. Extra dimensional pit. But since you're not really standing on the carpet, it doesn't really affect you. You just have a hole in front of you now.
I was leaning over at it. It's like, well, that fell. On the bright side, I've confirmed what's under there. Not a place you want to be. Is it possible to step around the hole?
It's possible. Somewhat awkward to do, but it's certainly possible.
Do I fall into a pit?
No.
Be very careful.
Yeah, looking around this entry hall, you see that it is adorned with 2 quite expensive rugs, one of which now has an extra dimensional hole in it, and decorated with several overstuffed leather sofas that again look rather expensive. There's about 24 paintings with gilded frames hanging on the walls, of portraits, landscapes, and all sorts of strange artistry. And to the north sits a large birdcage. There are wooden doors open in the east and west walls, and an elaborate spiral staircase of iron ascends and descends in the southeast corner.
Is there a bird in the bird cage?
There are many birds in the birdcage.
Are
What
they
kind
really
of
big birds?
Some of which, well, not really big for Elysia's standards, but
Wow.
decent-sized birds. One of which is especially big, and he seems to have something hanging on his leg.
Oh, well, no, she knows. She remembers the raven. She's not going to talk to bird.
What kind of bird do I identify it as?
It is. You can make a knowledge nature check, sure. No, you can't really tell. They are certainly pretty and very colorful, but you can't really put your finger on what species they are.
What is the leg?
It seems to be a sheet of paper.
Interesting. Regardless, do you guys want to search the ground floor first?
We're not,
Yeah,
gonna,
nuts. We might as well.
we're not gonna see what that message is.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
She gestures to the birdcage.
I'm not scared of a bird.
The birds look hungry, but not especially dangerous.
Tita will offer, just take some ration at the bread and then crumble it. And put it in the bird feeder if there's one.
The birds certainly go for that right away and seem quite happy about it too.
She, while the birds are eating, she'll see if she can take it.
You certainly can open the door to the birdcage and take a look at the thing that is hanging off the biggest bird's leg, and you see that it's not really a message, but some kind of charm, perhaps.
Oh.
Charm.
It's a charm!
Now I'm more interested. Honor examines it. Can I get any more information about it?
Do you have detect magic?
Spell-like ability of detect magic, go! I'll mark that off.
What is magic?
I use my spell-like ability of detect magic.
You see that it radiates faint abjuration magic. You would guess that it's a sort of magical key of sorts, maybe?
Key, you say?
A key. Or something very similar.
Huh. Some kind of magical key possibly attached. You know, as you see her exit her trance. Fascinating. Can we take it?
You can certainly take it. The big bird is busy eating.
Okay, we take it, close the cage.
Good. You do also realize that these birds probably will fetch quite the pretty penny on the auction.
Okay.
Do
Sure,
they have
that's fine.
do they have water?
They don't have water currently.
Aw, pause. Tiro
Right,
give
fill
him
up,
some
fill up
water.
the bird feeder
Yeah,
with
that's
water.
water too.
Anyway, let's get going.
Bye, birdie.
All right.
This
Careful,
door
there's-
here is open.
I assume so because I could see what's on the other side.
Yeah.
Is this door here?
Elysia makes sort of small, yeah, go ahead motions with her hand.
The door is not locked. As you open, you see another room. Full of other strange things. In the northeast corner is a huge globe of Golarion in a polished mahogany stand, and scattered around on the various shelves and tables are sextants, astrolabes, and paintings of very odd-looking, clearly not really realistic landscapes. Very fantastic-looking ones, in fact. Full of crystals and stars.
Traps.
He was an eccentric.
Tiro will look for traps.
You do not see any traps.
23.
Same result as me, so
No, you rolled a 22.
+1 versus traps.
You do
Sure.
not see any traps.
Which apparently, the notes don't show up for other players. Interesting. I assume the GM sees my extra notes, do they?
I do, yes.
When you're looking around, is there anything special in here that's other than all the paintings? Globe?
Well, the paintings are very fascinating. Some just look completely ridiculous, like landscapes that really can't be real, while others almost make you nauseated looking at them. But other than that, you don't really see anything. These things certainly will, again, be quite sought after at the auction, you think. But then again, so might everything in this building.
Did you write that in the wrong chat?
No, that's what Trenton Fox wrote.
Oh.
Yeah. That would
Is it
certainly
glo-
explain a thing.
Anything special about the globe or not?
It's a very pretty looking globe.
I spin it.
The globe spins.
Can you open it?
We were supposed to look for traps, right? Not play.
Maybe there's a bar in it. Try to open it.
Does the globe seem to have a mechanism to open?
Well, after a couple minutes just looking around the room, you don't really find anything super exciting.
Okay,
There's a
I'm
door
done.
down here, right?
There's a door down there.
Okay, I didn't even see that. 'Cause
Elysia pushes it and then goes behind the corner.
hides.
You open the door. You see a very nice looking dining room. A long oak table surrounded by ornately carved oak chairs. And on each wall there's another framed painting of, this time, desert landscapes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Hate desert.
Let's see if there's any problems in here.
Clearly not.
No, seems good.
It seems certainly like there's nothing in there.
All right, just the dining room.
Apart from some silver forks.
Kind of big.
Really big forks.
Kind of feeling a little bit huge.
Very tiny chairs.
Yeah. Maybe there had gnome friends.
Maybe the wizard was a gnome. He's
Always a
polymorph.
possibility.
Is this door over here locked?
Yes.
Is the door over here seem to have any traps on it?
No.
Tiro will help every time. I might as well add that every
Yeah.
time. Dude,
We look.
we look.
You don't see any traps on the door.
What kind of locks on it? Mechanical or what?
These doors seem to have standard, ordinary locks.
Okay, do any of the keys work?
No.
Okay.
You
I will do
would
it to this-
assume that one of the wizard's keys only works for the front door, while the other strangely oversized key you haven't really found a use for yet.
Well, in that case, I pull out my tools. Get to work. Nope. I'm rolling horribly. That's two.
You do notice that the lock seems to be more resilient than it should be.
Is there some way I can use the little charm? What?
You can try touching the charm to the door, and indeed, whatever keeps the lock slightly more resilient just seems to fade away after a second or so, leaving it just an ordinary mechanical lock.
Okay, let's try again. Tinker, 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 tinker. That's a 3.
That's not enough.
You know, if I'm rolling badly, it's not a whole lot I can do, is there?
We could try looking upstairs.
Tinker, 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 tinker. I'll get this lock open in a minute. Don't just... Ah! 5.
That is not enough. But it doesn't really take long, and you probably need more attempts than you have made so far. But if you keep at it for a couple of minutes, the door would swing open, you're pretty sure.
I assume with a result of 31, I can probably get it open. Right?
You can get it open.
Like, I'm just rolling badly.
You open the door. And
I
what
need-
you
I need
see?
to- These lockpicks I bought are a rip-off. I need to get new ones.
What you see is most definitely the kitchen. In the top right corner seem to be a spot with 2 beds, which seem to be, or used to be, inhabited by whatever servants Hunkley had. The kitchen is very well stocked with many exotic ingredients, undoubtedly used for the many exotic meals that the wizard requested.
Kitchen, if any of you are hungry.
Any traps
No.
in there?
You don't see any traps.
Let's open this door.
You
Oh, the door. Didn't even see a door.
You try to open the door, but it doesn't really want to budge.
Do I think this is magically sealed?
You don't think it's locked at all.
Is it just jammed?
There seems to be something on the other side that just stops you from opening it.
Were there any windows on the outside to that room?
No.
Is there a keyhole?
There's certainly a keyhole.
Can I look through the keyhole?
You see a desk sitting in front of the door.
Is that all I can see?
That's pretty much all you can see. In the back, in the southwest corner, you can see a bed, but other than that, it seems to be a pretty plain room.
See a bed, a desk. I can't.
Make
unfortunately,
me
the door's
a
blocked.
make me
Someone
a
must be in there.
perception check, please.
Will that do?
You do think that you hear some very nervous and loud breathing coming from the room.
There's some nervous breathing in there.
Well, the servants should be in here somewhere. Hello? Someone in there?
Hello?
Knocks on the door.
Breathing gets slightly quieter, but there's no response.
This place is gonna get sold. There are people coming with an auctioneer. Wizard's dead. Do you want to come out now, please?
You couple nervous breaths, and you hear, "Go away!"
But why would we go away? We need to check out and see if there's anything the auctioneer can sell.
Well, not in this room. It's my room.
Who are
Who
you?
am I?
Stay silent.
I peer through the keyhole. Can I see him? Well, then.
You think that you can spot him hiding under the bed.
Let me put it this way for you. Do you want to just keep hiding in there, or do you want us to force your way in? I know for a fact that every move you're going to do, for example, I know you're hiding under the bed.
You hear shuffling.
I know you're trying to fool me by moving around right now. It doesn't work.
Just leave me alone here.
Why? Why would you want to be here? Is there something nice inside?
No.
For what reason would you possibly want to just keep yourself locked in here?
You
when
might have
when
money inside. He says, readying her hammer.
Don't come in here. I have a dagger.
We should open the door. Could you remove the desk?
No.
It would make it so much easier to get in there.
You hear a loud sigh as the desk is being moved.
I push the door open immediately.
Push the door open, and you see
Monster.
a man who looks at you pleadingly. Just let me leave. He's dead, isn't he? I heard the noise the other day, and oh.
What happened?
Well, I was in here. I decided to barricade myself in case something would happen. But it's been days now. I haven't really eaten much, and oh.
Who are you?
I'm Muffizik. I'm one of his servants.
All right.
Nope.
So what exactly happened?
Why'd you barricade yourself? That seems quite unusual.
Well, the other two ran away, and I figured it would be safer to stay here and wait until he returns, but he didn't.
Why did they run away?
I don't know.
So you just
you
didn't
think
know what
he's
was there?
You do think that he's not really telling the truth on that one.
He sort of steps in, pushes the thing away. Says, "You know what happened, and you will tell me right now, sir."
Make an intimidate check. You don't really seem to get through to him completely. He says, "No, they just ran away. I decided to barricade myself, and I didn't decide to leave this room because it seemed like a good idea at the time."
He's lying. I know he's lying. He probably had something to do with it. Does he have a dagger?
He does seem to clutch a dagger. Doesn't seem really proficient with it at all, but he has it.
Fauna steps inside, drawing her longsword and attempts to disarm on him.
No, as soon as you draw the longsword, he drops the dagger and basically drops to his knees. No, don't.
Sheaths it.
If he won't tell us what happened, he probably had something to do with it.
Well, what do you think what happened? He did something to the tower collapsed, and now he hasn't returned. That's all I know. I barricaded myself in here because I know that he...
Is that all he knows?
Probably not all he knows, but he keeps on talking. I know that he treats with some unsavory parties. I know that...
We slew the kobolds. We know what happened. Now just tell us your version, please. And don't try to lie again.
I know that he was employing the kobolds to get rid of the witch tower, but I didn't know he was going to do it so soon. Seems too soon. And why would he stand next to the tower when it collapses? That's what happened, isn't it?
Oblivious.
And perhaps it is.
And I'm not the only servant. There were two others, but they left. They wanted to loot his secret cave.
Well, I suppose we'll find them. They haven't been seen in the city. So they might still be down there. Down there, right? It's down.
His cave is not in this building. It's a cave.
Oh, where's the cave then?
It's to the north. I don't know exactly where. I've never followed him there, but I know of its existence.
So, well, I guess it should go to the auction. How about we take you to the sheriff building and put you in the prison there? I'm pretty sure there's a kobold in there you could share a cell with.
I would rather just run away, to be honest. I know that something is going to happen. The wizard... He was dealing with so many strange people. I thought
Like
that
what?
some
Like
of them would come into this building, so I was too scared to leave.
What type of people?
Just
Big,
scholars,
hairy
but...
men?
What?
It raises an eyebrow.
Links.
Howl like wolves.
Don't think so. He was mostly talking to scholars. But unsavory people, I tell you.
You know what? If he doesn't want to talk to us, I have a simple enough solution. We leave this room. I make it so that I jam the door in such a way that he can't leave, and we wait for whenever the Baroness or Sheriff are willing to come in here. I'm sure he's okay with that.
But now the building is safe, right? You can just let me leave, and I'll go to the sheriff.
But how do we know you're going to go to the Sheriff?
Oh, I promise.
Well, if El was here, he would ask us to talk to this guy about flaming God and whatnot. But since he's not here, let's take this opportunity to simply put him in here and let him stay here with a little bit of food until we want him out, right? That seems like a good idea.
Yeah.
So to dig into a backpack and say, do you prefer sausage or bacon?
Sausage, please.
Yeah, sausage.
Take a
is good.
ration out of the sausage and then throw it to him.
Grabs it. It sits on his bed.
So,
He does seem rather scared by this whole situation. Probably not. That's probably not making him act entirely rational.
she'll throw another ration to him. I don't know how long you're going to be in here, but those two should keep you on for a while. They're not really made for people of your stature.
Bye.
What's...
Bonham looks at him. I hope you enjoy it in here.
We'll see you soon.
Bonner steps out. Full round action. Automatically does a DC 10 stable device check to jam a lock and make it so it's not permanently jammed but can be re-unlocked.
Okay. You do hear the desk being moved back to its position on the other side too.
All right. Yeah, sure.
Well, he's extra safe in there.
Sure. Didn't seem to have anything of value. Just opens this door.
Third door there. I really can't tell.
You open the door,
So few pixels.
and what you see is a storage room full of foodstuffs.
Food.
It's not our food. It goes to the auction.
Oh.
Jam lock.
This is most likely just common foodstuffs and probably not worth auctioning. In fact, it's probably going to spoil until that auction actually happens.
That's true. But then again, we can always come back here.
Oh.
Is the stairwell trapped?
The stairwell is not trapped.
Have you
You-
rolled?
It doesn't seem like he trapped anything at all. There's no reason to really search more, is there?
Point at the front door.
Is it trapped?
It's not trapped. Do you go up or down?
Up.
Yeah, let's go up.
You go up. I need to move my camera.
We're so gonna go up.
And I shall reveal the next floor.
Ah, I see it.
And move yourselves.
What do I spy?
With
You
the
You
camera.
see a lushly furnished library, featuring 3 tall bookcases running from the north to the south in the center of the room, and another bookcase of iron in the northeast corner. There's also a stuffed grizzly bear towering in the northwest corner,
Ooh.
and the east wall again features 16 different paintings of various planets in gilded frames. There's a ladder to the west side, which seems to lead to a trapdoor.
Man really liked his rocky orbs.
And a bear.
Looks around.
Looks at the bear curiously.
It
Are there any
looks
traps in
very,
here?
very ferocious and lifelike. You
How
don't,
lifelike.
you know, it doesn't breathe or move, but other than that, it's pretty spot on.
Is there any traps in here?
You don't spot any traps.
Oh. Is that a typewriter?
That is a book.
Book on top of.
Oh, it looked like a typewriter.
Well,
Yeah,
it
that-
seems safe.
Open sesame.
There's 3 shelves full of books in the center of the room, and one extra bookcase, which is completely made out of iron and most likely very well locked.
What?
What?
What? What?
This one. That's a bookcase.
Oh, okay, okay. Honor walks up to it.
I don't trust the bear.
Does it feel, do I feel as if it might be magically sealed?
It doesn't seem to be.
Maybe
I
the
will.
bear
I'm going to try unlocking it. Can I just take 10?
is the wizard.
You can.
And I don't feel I'm being rushed right now.
I think the bear is the wizard.
You do spot a trap as you try to open the lock.
What? You said there's no traps in here.
Well,
Well,
it's a
it's just-
tiny poisoned needle that Fauna almost would have missed. But luckily she decided to remember that maybe I should take another look. And in fact spotted it.
Okay, okay. Let's try disarming that. Can I take 10 on disarming that?
You can
Would I feel
take 10.
threatened?
You don't feel threatened by the tiny needle. Yeah, you disarm the trap, eventually disarm the lock as well, or open the lock. And you see that indeed this bookcase probably had the actual expensive and very valuable books from this entire library and are probably going to be worth quite a bit in the auction.
What kind of books are they?
They are strange arcane tomes about topics that you haven't even heard.
Let's see, the 14th dimension of the 7th. This guy has some boring reading. Anyway, I'm going to keep going. That's unlocked now, so they should be happy with that.
As if there was any other kind of reading.
You can you can get some very interesting kinds of reading. Did you know? Is the door locked?
The door is indeed locked.
I'm going to look.
Is there a
the
trap on
door
it?
trapped?
No. Honor says no.
What does Tiro say?
But Tiro says, you know, it feels kind of... Maybe you should look again.
Yeah, Farmer, maybe you should look again.
Okay.
Cause look,
I didn't even
like,
set up that disable device. I meant to open up the skill thing, but apparently I ran it at the same time, which is quite weird.
just look at that. That's definitely a trap.
Hmm? Look at it. What is it?
It certainly seems to be a trap of sorts, and you probably don't want to find out what it is.
Imagine like this big serrated knife just sticking out by the handle.
How could
Can I disarm it?
That's probably a trap.
Well, with that roll, you disarm it, no problem.
What was it? Disarming it.
It was another needle.
Lovely.
I just saved your life.
This guy is like super friendly.
I
Probably
just
didn't
saved-
save my life, but thank you, Tiro. It helped.
It's needles.
What's in here? Ooh, magic.
In here, you see two long tables of oak in the east wall, and they are both cluttered completely full of alchemical supplies.
Alchemical?
Different ingredients, some of which somewhat rare, Fauna knows, but most are relatively common, but still very useful.
But
Sorry?
none of this is yours. You can't just take it.
I'm not taking anything. Just looking at the chest in the
I'm,
corner.
I'm talking to Fonra.
I'm not taking, she's examining all of it, all the equipment.
What's in here, do you think? Ponra,
Uh,
what do you think is in here?
whatever his most valuable things are inside this room. Good. Is it trapped?
Perception. Don't think it is.
I don't think it's trapped either.
Is it locked?
I'll do a check too. Is it trapped?
It is.
No.
No,
It
no,
doesn't
that's
seem
definitely
trapped.
fine.
Is it locked?
It is certainly locked. Well, as you touch the lock,
Yes.
roll me a fortitude save, please.
I have fortitude save. Very well. You have all my miscellaneous notes attached.
Okay, that is a failure. You're dazed for one round and take 15 points of sonic damage as the lock appears to scream a ear-piercing scream at Fauna that none of the others can hear, but it's certainly rather painful.
So is the lock gonna get open?
Ah.
What's wrong?
There was a trap, in fact, on that lock. A magical one, which I didn't manage to find.
Gave you a headache?
You see like blood running out of her ear.
Oh.
Fauna reaches onto her belt, pulls out one of her syringes, attaches the needle, and injects herself. You see some of the wounds close up.
I hated needles.
It's the most effective method I have of getting it into my system. Do I feel that trap could go off a second time?
You don't think so.
Can I open it?
Let's find out.
I said, can I open it? Nope. That's a
Not
1.
with that roll,
That's a 1.
but a
I could
couple
just
minutes of
smash it.
trying
Yeah,
could
eventually
certainly smash it.
on a 31, well, I eventually open it, correct?
You will eventually open it, and inside you do see that these are probably the wizard's, or one of the wizard's most precious possessions, as you find 6 spellbooks
Holy.
Well.
filled with a whole lot of different arcane writings.
I found the spell books.
Man, if we had a wizard in this party. Whew.
Well, I can copy them. If they're
Yes,
on
sir.
the alchemist list.
I wouldn't open them.
That is also true.
On the
Yes.
other hand, they will be going to the auction, so you might have to.
No.
And as you
Whoever buys
rummage,
them can have fun with them.
through the spellbooks, one of the spellbooks, or out of one of the spellbooks, drops a page, or a sheet of paper rather, that has 4 words written on it, 3 of which are crossed out. The words are...
I'm thinking it's explosive ruin this time. Explosive ruin. Did I?
Do you read the words?
I love you, Fauna.
Yes! I read the rune word.
The words are these. The first 3 are crossed out. You're not entirely sure what this means, but it's certainly peculiar.
Actually, as a player, I partially know what it means, I think. But the character, no idea.
Looks like a plan. Last part is having dominion over something. Well, maybe it's his. Maybe it's because he couldn't remember his security passwords for something.
Do I have any
So that's the thing.
do I have any skill checks I can do on these?
You could make a spellcraft check.
It's a spellcraft. Interesting. I do have spellcraft. It's not my strongest skill. Regardless.
These seem like passwords
Password.
to some sort of security mechanism.
Watch out, was that chest I just opened? Be pretty good. Pretty good. Lock the password inside. There's a door down here.
That's certainly a door.
Is it trapped?
It's... roll me a check. It's probably not trapped.
Actually, before I go through though, I'm going to spend 1 minute and pour
Is
together
it
something.
trap?
Probably not trapped.
I'm going to spend 1 minute and pour something together. I use one of my open spots to make a cure light wounds. That hurt a lot.
The door is locked, but you don't really have much problems opening it.
After that minute, also I'll inject myself. Let my wounds close up.
And what you see is this. It is most likely his bedchamber, richly appointed as is everything in this building.
Sheep. Sheep.
It has a canopied bed with a large locked chest at its foot, a writing desk and chair, an elaborate marble bathtub, and a thick bearskin rug. It is not a sheep.
It's a sheep.
Our DM is inside the room, everyone.
It's a sheep. Look at that.
Bearskin, Alicia?
It's a sheep.
points.
Rather fancy looking bear skin, in fact.
Why is there sheep in here?
Have fun. Looks
Yeah,
at
that's
the
a mountain bear.
hatch. They can explore that room if they want to. Looks at the hatch.
And as Elysia steps inside of the room,
Aha!
she thinks she hears a growl. Like that of a mountain bear.
Oh yeah, bow ready. She looks over to the bear.
Well, there isn't any. There's a bearskin rug. And a,
Did you hear that?
And a stuffed grizzly bear in the other room, but it didn't
She
seem to
sounds
come from there.
excitedly. It sounded like there's a bear in here.
Did we hear it?
Did
You-
you see anything?
You heard a growl? Might have just been a creak of the door or something.
Does Tudor see anything?
You see a bearskin rug.
Maybe it's the Brock.
You know, I'm not chancing anything in here anymore. This place is starting to get me a little bit annoyed. Pathfinder will down her mutagen.
Is the sheep gonna come alive?
Ah, we're fine.
That's a bearskin rug.
It's a sheep. Sheep just admitted it's a sheep.
Oh, they'll look inside. I'm going to look. There's a hatch here, correct?
There's a hatch.
Is the ladder and or the hatch locked?
The ladder is not
Are they
locked,
locked and are they trapped?
and they are not trapped.
You say they are locked or not locked? Sorry.
They are not locked.
Picks my head up while they're in that room.
What you see...
Is there a bear up here?
You don't see a bear,
Okay.
but what
Is
you
there a
do
sheep up
see...
here?
Reveal the next floor.
There's a
And-
sheep down there.
Enormous telescope.
There I come up, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you go up or do you just peek up?
I walk up. Then I climb up once I see nothing up here.
Well,
I see a telescope.
you certainly see something. It's a huge glass domed chamber with an enormous telescope in the middle that sits on a platform over a sea of metal gears. There's an angled metal chair below the device, likely the chair where you sit in to look through the telescope. And within reach of that chair are clusters of pedals, levers, and other control mechanisms that most likely enable you to control the telescope. The tables in this room are covered in books and charts, and the view of the surrounding skies is pretty nice, especially now that the witch tower is gone. You can imagine that if that was still standing, there would be a rather large eyesore still in the way.
Such property value.
Pathfinder looks at this.
As you step into this area,
Mm-hmm.
you hear a creaking of gears, a movement of sorts behind you, as on a ledge, some 7 feet up or so, sits a rather peculiar creature, you would guess. It looks like an obese child with horns and 2 sets of bat wings
What the hell do I think it is?
that mischievously grins at you. And I will show you a picture.
Well, that's a monster. Yep,
What
that's
kind
a
of
monster.
monster?
Ew, it is so gross. Why did you have to share that?
Because it's so gross. I'm sorry, Tina.
That is the best pictures.
I'm going to hide it again.
Thank you.
No, I was looking at that. Oh, come on.
What is
Okay.
this?
You can make a knowledge arcana check.
Arcana. I have Arcana.
It's just a really ugly baby.
Hmm.
You would guess that this is some sort of construct, maybe a homunculus?
Homunculus.
Homunculus. Likely made by the wizard.
What do I know of homunculuses?
Lie, please.
Homunculi.
Homunculi, then.
You know that they count as constructs. You know that they are usually bound to a person.
Okay.
And other than that, you don't know too much, since they can vary a whole lot. This one, however, grins at you and seems to be gesturing towards the telescope.
It would be rude to
Hello?
refuse a demon child.
The creature responds by gesturing harder,
Guys,
Hey.
I found something.
clearly wanting to encourage you to take a spin on the fancy telescope.
I found
But,
something. It's weird.
What is it?
There's a chest down here, but no one to unlock it. That's what's weird.
I'll come and unlock it in a minute.
Good. I'll try to open one meanwhile.
Well, that chest is gonna be broken.
I'll come up then. Question
There's
mark.
probably no traps on this thing.
Do you want me to come up, Honra?
Sure. Be careful.
The chest is probably not trapped and probably locked.
Where do I get up?
Get up right here.
It kicks the head of the.
Ew, right next
fur.
to it. Just like, ew, what is that?
What?
Homunculus.
Is it something gross?
It's,
Yeah,
It's yes, a bit.
looks like a cow just had a baby with a human
Anyway, Fonra's gonna just look at the telescope.
Oh.
and a bat. And a
Hello
spider.
there. Sorry she's so rude. She's not used to
That?
It is still pointing at the telescope, nodding furiously.
I'm not gonna look at you.
I think I want you to sit there.
I'm not gonna sit there.
Neither am I. Fonra?
Fonra's like basically walking around it right now, trying to like examine
but
it.
make it stop pointing.
Mhm.
Can you talk?
The thing shakes its head.
Why do you want someone to sit in the telescope?
It shrugs.
You can't answer.
You just like it?
It nods.
Is it trapped?
Is it trapped?
You can make perception checks. Oh, you have made
It-
perception.
It-
Don't think it's trapped.
I'm not gonna sit there just because.
Fonra steps up.
Oh my god, you're so dead.
Fonra steps up.
Yeah, good pictures in
happened
these
yet?
books.
Nothing has happened yet.
Not sit down, but like go over this bit, like look through the telescope.
Does it seem really happy?
It does seem very happy.
Fonra like, looks through the telescope for a second.
Fonra, don't do it. He looks happy.
What? Maybe it's friendly.
Anything that looks like that is not friendly.
Have you
Tenzin
made
made
many
it.
things that look like that?
That's
And
why I know it's not friendly.
The closer Fauna gets to the chair, the more the mischievous grin turns very much wicked.
He looks wicked. Fonra, get off.
I'm not sitting down. I'm just looking through the telescope.
I mean, someone's gonna have to sit there, or we're gonna not be able to finish this job, right? We have to make this place
But-
safe.
But maybe there's a needle in it, like before.
Is there a needle
In
in
the
it?
chair?
Well, you
Find a
can
needle in the chair.
you can certainly continue investigating the chair with more detail than before. But as you do so, we'll go to initiative.
Ah.
Told you it's.
Because clearly the homunculus thing doesn't really appreciate you looking at the chair as much as you are doing.
Doesn't like not being trusted. We break into his home. We don't even want to sit at his magic chair.
And that will be a surprise round. Actually,
We don't see what initiative. You need to turn NPCs on.
oh. And no, it won't be a surprise round. Because you kind of suspect that it's up to no good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Fauna's turn.
The moment I even hear it start moving, Fauna spins around. Her gun is already loaded, so she draws it and fires straight at it.
As you see the thing formerly sitting on his ledge, trying to take flight towards you specifically.
Does it touch?
That is certainly it.
Or they spin around and just shoot it. Step there.
That's
my turn.
Elizir.
Let's step within 30 and, teach it to fear the bow. It's like this now. Yes. That's how we do it. I
That's
believe
a crit
that's,
on the first one as well.
yeah.
That is
Wait,
a longbows are ×3 crits.
Oh. Well, you can just take the 5 then. The
I'll
other
take
attack.
all the numbers.
Just take all of them.
For 21 damage. Oh boy.
Okay. ×3 crit.
Hero?
I have
Except
wrap. What?
it's only just started moving. We're already almost killed it.
Well, yeah. I have rapid shot. Should I use it or not?
Go ahead.
How does it work? Because there's no attack, 0, -1, -2.
There's -2.
Yep, check -2.
Okay. Can I use point blank?
Yeah.
Certainly point blank.
Oh, cool. Boop. Well, the 8 hit.
That is 1 hit for 8 damage. And as you hit the thing, it falls to the ground, splattering its innards everywhere, which consists out of both meat and gears. It's a rather
Gears?
disgusting sight.
It has ears inside of it?
No gear.
I was about to
Gears.
say, whoa, that's kind of fucking fucked up. Uh,
I thought something was up. Fon reloads her gun.
Well,
Combat
maybe
is
because
over.
I kept saying so.
reclaims arrow.
Yeah, and give it back my arrow.
So, looks at
So,
the
so
chair.
my investigations I was doing.
What's up with the chair?
What is up with the chair? Cheap.
You
What's up
can
with the
make
chair?
a perception check. You can take 10 if you want.
Well, do you want me to re-roll? Or-
Can't reroll. She's already
All
done it.
scrutinize the chair incredibly much.
I
That's
didn't.
good take
You're
10.
not doing it that much.
I didn't take 10 on my 14.
Yeah, all of you helping Faunra scrutinize the chair do eventually spot a rather peculiar mechanism that would likely have given anyone who tried to sit on this chair a painful electric shock.
Told
so,
you.
remove it.
Well, Fauna gets. Fauna's got like her leather gloves on, so it's like, not perfect insulation. It's like
While you do that, we can take a look in here.
Fauna attempts to disarm it.
There's
I thought
no
we were
room to
hiding
the
behind
south.
it.
This is the only room on this floor.
I just thought there was a door.
There's
Must be
no
picture
door.
then. Oh well.
I thought we were hiding behind the bookshelf.
So she attempts to disarm. Nope.
That is
That's,
not
that's a
enough.
natural 1. I trigger it.
That is enough to trigger it.
It's a natural 1.
Roll me a reflex save.
A reflex save. With my moose shield, this is something I can do. Or not.
Or not. You take 18 points of electric damage as you touch a wire that you probably shouldn't have touched.
Fauna spits out some blood onto the floor. That was not nice. Is it still trapped?
It seems so, yes.
Faunra?
She walks
Yes.
up with a potion in her hand.
It's not the worst idea. I have one of my own. I will down my cure moderate wounds potion.
Oh, no, it's too bad. Let her continue then.
Honor is determined.
Sort of cake to the corpse of the thing.
She will try again. I roll badly again, I swear. Still not excellent.
You don't disarm it, but you don't trigger it either.
Like an 8.
Maybe you should just take your time. There's no need to hurry.
I can't take 20 because there's no risk of failure. There is a risk of failure here. Do I feel my take 10 of a 23 is enough?
It just barely isn't.
You know, Fauna sets up her alchemy desk and begins brewing something. Like, you know what she
She
brews?
regrets telling her they're not in a hurry.
She spends 1 minute and brews an elixir,
Just kicking the corpse around a little more.
which she injects into herself, I notice her body seems to contort and shrink.
Wanna be.
Now more like halving size, she attempts to disarm. What does reduced person give? Like +2 dex, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd have to still roll for it, but it's not as bad. Wow, I rolled a 10 again.
You know, let's just say you make it. You have all the time in the world, you know what to look for.
I've been a little shocked once by this, I'm not doing it twice.
Yeah, eventually you do manage to disconnect its strange-looking power source.
At that point, Lisa's already gone down to look at that chest some more.
Pathfinder, quite annoyed at this point, jumps into the chair.
It's a not very comfy chair, but it's not. That's not the point of it. It does give you access to the telescope
Look
and
at the
its
telescope.
mechanisms.
What's the telescope you're currently looking at?
Well, it's day, so you can't really see much other than blue.
Okay, it just aims straight up.
It's just pointing in a seemingly arbitrary direction.
Okay. What angles can it go at? Can
It
at lower
can
angles?
go the whole 360 degrees.
What
I'll
about
go
up and
sleep on
down?
the bear or on the sheep.
It can basically go in an entire half sphere.
We're not to damage the carpet. It's not ours. You
Down
can't
or
try to
out?
open some of all these things though. Because around all the cabinets and closets and boxes and.
So I
You said
can
that- you said
sleep
the
on the
chest. Oh, look, a
sheep.
chest. Is the chest trapped?
I can't
Yeah,
sleep.
doesn't seem to be
When
trapped.
small, seems even more hyper than usual.
Is it trapped?
Doing this
It
with
doesn't
the
seem
trick.
trapped.
It's
Do
kind
you-
of cute like that.
You start opening things.
Can I sleep on the sheep?
It's a bearskin rug.
Also, a free again. I'm rolling horribly.
As Fawnrod tries to unlock the door, the bearskin rug does seem to growl again, but it doesn't stay at that, as it also seems to glow and expand
Ooh. Ooh.
into an actual bear.
Can I
Not a,
shoot it?
not a sheep.
We will go to initiative.
Lisa lets out a squeal.
That
You
is
want
two.
to-
That is
you-
two bears. That is too many bears.
You like
There we
to
go.
fight things, right?
The bear goes. Meh.
Fawnra has enough time to react as the bear slowly forms and looks very angrily at everything in this room.
While it's forming, I shoot it in the face.
You shoot the bear. You hit the bear for 9 damage.
I then hide behind the cat who's bigger than me.
What?
Elysia gets to fight an actual bear.
Yeah, this is almost too good. Well, if it's a real bear, but you know,
There's still a bear?
yeah, it is a bear. That's true. So, it is a pretty dangerous bear. Does it look very dangerous?
It looks somewhat dangerous.
Only somewhat dangerous.
It's large.
Yeah, that's true. She'll swift action to challenge the bear. The bear gets +4 to hit her.
What?
Yeah. And
The
then
bear hears the almighty challenge of the dwarf.
She will try to shoot the bear.
That is one hit for 15 damage. Jesus.
It's like being smited.
As her hunter's eye. Just
Hero has favorite animal. Favorite enemy animals, right?
Yeah, so she got +2.
It does definitely apply to this bear.
+2 attack, +2 damage.
Yay! I've seen you before, bear.
You can do rapid shot and you can do point blank.
Yeah. Is there a way for me to get high ground?
You can try jumping on the desk.
just shoot the bear.
Yeah, you'd have to move for that. You can't do point blank. Then you can't do a rapid shot then.
I can 5 step up on the chair.
Standing on a chair.
Okay, Steve.
I would have to ask you for an acrobatics check.
Don't risk it. Just shoot the bear.
Aww. But my acrobatics check is pretty good.
It's your choice.
It's as good as small me.
trying to defend yourself and not make fancy tricks.
Okay, my acrobatics is actually not good. Never mind. Let's go.
So it's my job to dive onto the chair.
Take that bear!
Oh boy, yeah, the bear just...
Crit, not to confirm.
The two arrows hit one after another, and the bear disappears, poofs into the arcane energies that it was apparently made from.
Oh.
And back to one.
Here's one, and like looks at the bearskin rock. Like this is ours now, right?
No.
Does the bearskin rock now have like holes in it?
It does.
It's now damaged goods. There's no way they can sell that.
It kicks the head of it,
Don't.
crumbles as he picks up arrows.
Oh yeah, my.
Fonder's already gone back to tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, you do manage to open the chest and see that it contains 3,200 gold pieces worth of coins and gemstones.
What was that? 3,200?
3,200.
Oh.
That of course aren't yours to take, but you know, nobody's looking.
Oh, Fonder's pockets them.
He does?
No. Nah, maybe.
But
He's just really
do
grumpy
you
right now.
or do you not?
It's always the question, isn't it?
He's looking at these damn closets and noticing nothing.
Found some coins. And gems.
Uh-huh. She tries to open whatever. It's like imagine like closets or whatever.
I can't remember what we said with the Baroness as our agreement.
Didn't she say something about coins?
I'm pretty sure she did.
Yeah, she did. Oh, she did. Not that Alicia can remember it all.
What did she say?
Don't we like have one of the contracts?
I'm pretty sure she said like we could take like spare coins and stuff.
That sounds like something she would say.
Yeah.
We can't take the stuff that's in here, but we can take like if there's spare coins lying around. Just like,
Yeah, other
It can't be
things.
sold either anyway.
That's right.
can't sell money,
Said
so-
we could take the money first because you can't sell it.
Gemstones
Exactly.
is technically money.
it trade goods, it counts as money.
Counts as money.
Into the bag.
Other things worth of note in this room is a key sitting on this desk here,
Hey, look, a key.
Key's technically money. You melt it down.
I take the key and I pour all the gems into a bag. And
as well as a sheet of paper on this desk, which appears to have the limericks of a bardic song on it.
Is it a good bardic song?
It's rather inappropriate, actually.
Ooh,
Could you sing a strophe?
I
No, I
want to
couldn't.
read it.
it'd be inappropriate for our DM to do such.
Does it make a dwarf blush?
It does, yes.
Oh my. Alicia is too much of a lady for that sort of thing.
Sue wants to read it. She would read it for the drow later.
Oh, that'll go away.
She's gonna-
Snicker when no one's looking.
Sue's gonna take it and read it for the drow later.
It does seem strangely out of place, since you don't think, or so far you have no indication that the wizard actually has any kind of sense of humor at all.
Well, you can't sell a piece of paper that has already been used.
It's probably for some luck somewhere. I'm gonna read it later.
Well,
yeah.
You had a basement.
Was that all that was in here?
That was all that was in here.
To the
Well,
basement.
I guess we only have the basement left.
What do
We
I
certainly
write?
do.
Dirty song. Cheap.
That seems appropriate, yes.
Okay, dirty song in my pocket.
The teenagers love it.
What was this here? What was this here? Shape
What? That was a key
on a
on
Table.
a desk table.
just a desk.
You head down into the cellar of the wizard's mansion.
I have been electrocuted and annoyed and electrocuted and annoyed.
I've revealed the cellar for you.
At least I got a dirty song.
You didn't get mauled by a bear.
Actually, you can see more than that.
That is true. I did not get mauled by a bear.
Yeah.
You see a large storage room full of more foodstuffs, wine, other drinks, ale, and a
Gentle
whole
trap wine. Wine.
and a whole lot of other just mundane supplies.
I think it's fair enough. How we say 2 minutes past
Traps.
point.
2 minutes. Yeah. You have rummaged through that room. Don't see any traps.
I see no traps.
Yeah, no traps.
There is a door to the southwest. Like here, if you can't see that.
Oh yeah.
I saw it.
No, you didn't.
Anything up here of interest?
No.
No, just
There's
wine.
definitely no
It
traps.
does have a
on
lot
that
of
door.
wine though. That'll be good for the auction.
Is it a trapped door?
That door doesn't seem to be trapped.
Is it locked?
It is locked.
Does the key work on it?
Yes. See, here is a hallway. These two directions. To the south, you quickly find out that these 3 rooms are just other storage closets. One of which is rather interesting because it seems to be a rather ingenious made freezer that is kept cold with a permanent wall of ice.
That's practical.
Can I take a fragment of the ice?
That's overkill.
You can try. You touch the wall of ice.
No, I try to pick it off of knock a bit off of my sword.
But as soon as you knock any of the magic ice off the wall, it just becomes regular ice and melts rather quickly.
Disappointing. And there might have been a way I could infinitely increase the amount of alchemy I could do.
Is this wall up here?
Hmm?
Is there a wall up there?
That's not a wall, that continues, sorry.
If we don't see things properly, so
We'll try to reveal more walls.
We can't
Fine
see
boundary.
the wall here either. So
Oh, yeah, that's
This is-
definitely a wall.
it's like a fine balance where you cut between showing them the wall and not showing them the next room.
Maybe we should check for traps here.
I'm checking for traps as I go.
Yeah,
You wouldn't travel
I'm assuming
inside.
that you check for traps.
I could say I check for traps. I check.
Don't need to.
Alicia just looks around.
Does the
She
door have
doesn't
trap
do
door?
anything specific.
The door doesn't seem to be trapped.
I want to check too. Does the door have traps?
The door doesn't seem to be trapped.
It does
The
seem
door,
to be trapped.
is the
Go
door
for it.
locked?
The door is locked, but again, the key you found actually works.
Yay!
And
What
what you see
is-
here requires a description. Because this is a room with 6 stone slabs sitting on the floor in this chamber. To the southwest is a table with lots of very strange looking tools. Also heaped with gears, springs, and other parts. Likely used for the construction of clockwork creatures.
Ew.
Interesting.
Are there any clockwork creatures?
No.
You don't want us to roll for it?
Can roll if you want. Can
We
look
look-
around the room, try to
we
see if
look-
anything moves.
We look
Any-
up.
Does anything move in there?
Nothing really moves.
Is there
Unless
anything up?
there's nothing up.
So nothing's up.
Yeah, looks uninteresting.
But Faunra, looking around the room, does see something odd in the east wall.
Hidden door.
Might be.
Definitely not.
What is it?
Oh, couldn't be.
Poke, poke.
It does seem to be a door.
I open it.
You open the secret door.
Found
Leads
something.
into a secret passage.
Is there a
This
trap?
one far more dusty than the other passages you've so far walked through.
Is this trapped?
It doesn't seem to be trapped.
I want to check too. Is it trapped?
It doesn't seem to be trapped.
I'm befuddled.
Gonna have to check after she's already gone in there.
No, she
I don't
didn't.
think they make anything specifically for cats.
You could make a cat-based trap. Actually, there are ways.
Base.
Cat trap.
This.
That's a-
Technically possible to make a dwarf-based one as well.
Ooh, snap.
Right, it's possible to make an elf-based one.
Ooh, snap.
Anyway, oh snap!
Yeah, let's do the diagonal.
What is this place like?
What do you mean? Sorry?
Like, is it just dusty or
It's a
Oh.
very dusty and slightly older looking hallway than the others.
I'll just go in front of the dwarf then.
Sure.
The air does smell rather rancid and stale, really.
Is that an open door?
That is indeed an open door.
That's off its hinges, apparently.
It's a broken open door.
No.
Someone broke this door open.
As you come closer, you do see that it is in fact a reinforced door. Reinforced iron door that just hangs ajar in its hinges.
Something broke
Is-
out.
Is there a wall here?
That is not a wall, that continues.
like something
What's
broke
behind
out.
here?
Behind here, what you see is a room. A rather plain looking room, really. With a single desk and strange inscriptions on the floor. And as you step in there, you do notice that something is indeed moving within the inscriptions. As a strange looking amalgamation of obese child and bloatfly looks at you, humming slightly.
What the hell is this?
You can make a knowledge planes check if you want.
I do not have
What is this,
planes.
and where did you find it?
I don't know what it is, but I want to kill it.
It is so gross. Sheep, could you
Look at that
please?
long tongue it has.
Sheep.
I'm sorry, Tina, I
Is
can't
that
just...
coming out of the eye of it?
No, it's a tongue.
Can I shoot it?
The strange creature looks at you, and you can certainly just start shooting at it if you want to.
Ask what it is.
And you got a better idea? Because I feel like just shooting it.
It seems
Just shoot it.
it seems trapped and looks at you with somewhat pleading eyes as it says,
Trapped.
So he pointed at it and said, "What are you?"
it doesn't
Zoe,
respond.
count one.
It doesn't respond to that
No.
particular question, but
Yeah.
please just break the circle. Let me leave. The wizard is dead, isn't he? He summoned me and forgot. Now I can't leave. Just break the circle. Let me go.
No.
You look a lot like the other one who wanted to kill
What
us.
is listed here?
What you see here is a journal. What seems to list a whole lot of different summoning attempts. Of everything, really. Archons to Ashatas to devils to demons.
Does it list what this one is?
It doesn't seem
What's
so,
the
but
latest one?
the latest entry does seem to be a devil, a turret to be,
What does
To
it
be
say? Does it say
exact.
anything about them?
which is a commonly known as an accuser devil.
You're a devil, aren't you?
Alicia wouldn't know that.
It does say the name accuser devil, but it doesn't really
Oh,
say
alright.
much information about them.
So you're an accuser devil then?
Strange fly-like noise.
I don't think we should let it out.
Did you?
You
break...
want to let it out?
No.
I said I don't think we should let it out.
Oh, good. I don't think so either.
Just
Besides,
break
what
the
would the devil
circle,
do for us?
please.
Well,
No.
no.
What would you do for us if we did?
I have nothing to offer.
But you look like an evil monster.
But so do you.
She frowns and says, well, now I'm not going to let you out.
Touche.
Please.
Can we kill you in there? Would that help?
Alicia, don't go close to it.
Doesn't seem to want to be killed.
Well,
So takes out her hammer.
Just break the circle and I will disappear. It's as easy as that.
you look a lot like the other one who wanted to kill us.
I mean, we have to get rid of it before the auctioneers come. They wouldn't want to sell this sort of thing.
Maybe.
We could just collapse the room and leave it here forever.
I do have a bomb. I mean, I don't know if I could take the whole roof down with it, but
Where the hell is the paladin when you need him?
not here.
Well, not here. He's out picking apples.
He looks at the thing and says, if you were to scout for the city, would you perhaps accept food in return?
We're not offering up food to scout for the city.
It considers for
That's
a
what
moment.
Al would want.
Who?
Al.
Who's Al?
I don't think he'd want a creature that is innately evil doing it.
It considers for a moment, then nods. Yes, yes.
No, we're not gonna do it. It's a demon.
Some sort
Devil.
of demon, surely.
It's a devil.
He's not here, so it's
Demon,
so-
devil, what's the difference?
I don't know. But it's a fly. And then a baby. That's what happens when flies and babies get mixed up.
I am a mere scout for hell. I was summoned and questioned, but I knew nothing, and now I'm stuck. Just free me, please.
Look, it's
from hell?
It's from hell. Then we're not gonna release it.
But we have to believe in redemption, right?
No. Says
some
who?
some things can't be redeemed, Lesia. I'm going.
Like-
No, he said that everything can be redeemed.
Well, he did. Alvin didn't tell you.
Well,
that
he made a mistake.
Those from hell.
If I let you out, will you promise to behave?
Alicia, don't do it.
Can you make me a diplomacy check?
Onra!
Make it secret.
Onra!
Homicides with the devil.
Onra!
Really, she is literally dealing with the devil.
Onra, get back here. I need
It
help.
nods. Yes, yes. I will behave. Just break the circle. I will disappear. I can go back.
Tira will pull you, Alicia back.
You'll just go back. I mean, she's not gonna.
What the
Well,
deal?
it seems like you'll have to talk to my friend here as well. But you would scout quite well, I think.
Okay, that's it. Ciro's gonna shoot it. Ciro
You-
pulls out her bow and arrow and shoots it.
You shoot the devil. Sure.
Shots
Okay.
fired.
Can certainly do that. It can't really fight back at all, as it makes very squeaky noises as you just pelt it with arrows. Really,
Woo!
those are 2 hits.
Is it dead?
It's not dead.
Oh god, it's still alive.
Well, you don't have to shoot it now. It won't talk to us.
Well, I don't want to talk to it. It's from hell.
Fauna rushes over and shoots it. Fauna heard bow firing. That means kill.
I don't think you could hear much though.
We didn't do much, but yeah.
It denting its fly-like wings a bit.
Does it scream and cry?
It certainly does. It's not a nice sight or sound. It is
Like, see what you're
pleading for
doing.
its life.
Now there's no way we can ever redeem it.
Really, it can't be redeemed. Oh, let's just kill it.
It again.
Is it dead now?
No.
It's just pitiful.
It is still screaming.
Is it dead?
You love hitting things that are smaller than you, don't you?
miss twice.
No.
Because it's easy.
Right, you know what? I have a way to finish this.
Throw bomb at it or something.
I have a way to finish it off.
Okay, do it.
You keep shooting at the helpless creature. And
from
it
hell.
explodes in a explosion.
It wasn't doing any harm.
It would have.
So did you. You just shot it like 6 times.
That kind always does harm.
Its pitiful screams still echoing through the hallways.
Some people would say that about Drow.
Tiro ignores her.
Besides, what's the point of killing it when it's so small? Am I gonna go home and tell him about how I killed a fly baby?
Do you really feel sorry for a fly baby?
No, but it's not very impressive, is it?
Why would I go around telling about killing flies?
Because if you have to keep what you're doing secret, you probably shouldn't be doing it.
I'm not keeping it secret. I'm just gonna say, hey, I killed a creepy looking fly thing.
You killed a baby
hell.
with wings.
No, it was from hell.
It said so. Well, the book said so.
Well, what
And
you
it
see
said
here,
so.
what you
You
see
shouldn't
here
believe all
is
you read.
an entire room just filled to the brim with arcane symbols on its wall. There's a wooden table to the northeast wall, which contains several items, including a rather strange-looking leather armor, a short sword, as well as another sword of some sort. To the south seems to be a very, very dazzling light shining out into this bigger room.
I'm not interested in the light right now. I want to look at the runes and like
I mean, a
Stuff on the
sword is
table.
technically money.
Yeah, but I think this room is.
What do I think? What do I think the runes and stuff do? Looking at with them, peering.
You can make a spellcraft check.
Spellcraft. It's not even letting me roll. There we go.
I'm not entirely sure, but they are probably something to do with summoning things, likely to facilitate the process.
Don't like summoning.
I
What are
think
these things?
we need some kind of priest in this place.
What things?
On the table. Got like
On the
armor, you
table,
said.
there is a fancy-looking leather armor, one that is made or treated to look like plate mail, but is in fact leather armor. There's a short sword and a scimitar.
Does anything seem interesting about them, other than what you've already described?
They seem well made. The armor doesn't really seem to be made for humans, but it's hard to tell who it was made for.
Is it kobold-sized?
It is not kobold size.
Oh, all right.
One peers around the corner carefully.
I don't think we should touch anything in this room.
You peer around carefully, and what you see is a strange sight indeed, as all you can basically see is a whole lot of light. As this hallway is not only lit with many, many torches, but also some sort of magical wall of light that is very painful to look at.
Oh. Don't look at-
I think we don't have a drow down here.
I think he likes the light.
As you look at the wall, your eyes slowly kind of adjusting to the bright light, and see that at the end is another room separated with iron bars, which doesn't really seem to contain much, but it is, however, strangely dark, even though everything else is brightly lit.
Looks like there's some sort of dark monster in there.
Probably.
Do you want to try to redeeming that?
No, if it lives in the darkness, it probably shouldn't be doing what it's doing. Can we light it up somehow?
You can try. Hey, there's torches here.
What if it's trying to take over your mind or something?
Don't
like
take
that?
a torch.
You walk through the wall of light, which is unpleasant as you can't really see anything, but other than that, it doesn't really do anything else.
Just walk over here, sort of lighting towards the room,
What
trying to
is-
illuminate it.
Yeah. Walking closer, you do see that there seems to be a large shadow moving about, like an amorphous cloud.
Hello?
As you step closer and shout into the room, you do see that the cloud of shadow seems to take the form of at least a humanoid, vaguely humanoid shape. As the creature turns towards you and says, "What is this? I recognize you not, mortals. Are you minions of the petty human? If not, I plead with you to release me from this unjust and outrageous imprisonment. Do so, and you shall be rewarded."
Rewarded how? She seems very sly when she says it.
I have very little to offer you, I'm afraid, but what I can offer you is my assistance
In doing what exactly?
in whatever it is you need. I simply want to leave this place.
Who are
I've-
you?
I'm a Shay. I'm from the plane of shadows. I cannot leave this room.
A what? She looks back to Vonra.
One shrugs.
I am what you would consider a living shadow.
If one know anything about living shadows, I don't think so.
You can roll a knowledge planes check.
No.
Can't
I
do
cannot
it.
roll a knowledge plane check.
Nope.
I can make an intelligence check if you want, but that's about it.
Just. So what are you doing here anyway?
I was summoned by the wizard to answer strange questions about the great beyond, but I
What
know
sort
nothing.
of questions?
Question about stars and constellations, but I know nothing.
Why would he want to ask you then?
I
Is
don't
the armor
know.
out there yours?
Yes, that is mine.
Why did you make it look like plate?
Because it looked better that way.
She nods. Says, I suppose that's true. Can't really argue with that.
Will you free me?
Just, are you a bad person?
No.
Yusaka says, I suppose. Sort of turns and looks at it.
I've been summoned here and questioned for weeks now. I just want to go back home.
At it. Is it a bad person? Is it lying? Does it know that it's a bad person?
Seems to be pretty honest. Simply wants to leave.
How are you gonna go home?
You feel like the shadow sighs. A very odd sound. I will find a way. But it is not in this room. I will have to find someone who can send me back.
You're not gonna hurt anyone, are you?
I will not.
Is it gonna hurt anyone?
So I suppose you might as well, help us until you find someone who can get you. I mean, I don't really know. She looks back. If this, she looks. What's your name?
I'm called Maffei.
If Maffei here, if it's his stuff out there, technically it shouldn't go on the auction, should it?
I am considered female.
Says, oh, all right. Her stuff out there, it shouldn't go to the auction, should it?
It is not the wizards. I'm from the plane of shadows.
You said that already.
Is that hell?
I mean, I don't really see why we should keep a prisoner here. Do you need... I mean, I don't think you need to be redeemed.
I have done nothing wrong. I was merely summoned here and questioned.
Alicia remembers back. Was there something in, like, a Shay in the book?
And the summoning journal?
Yeah.
Why, yes, indeed, there was. It seems that looking through the journal really quickly to get some idea of what this thing may be, you can see that the wizard summoned it really on a whim, thinking that maybe the plane of shadows is something he wants to find out more about, but the journal doesn't seem very... The results in the journal don't seem very encouraging, as he seems to be rather disappointed with this thing. But on another whim, he has decided, hey, I could just keep it here. Maybe it's hiding stuff from me.
He seems like a kind of a jerk. As well, the journal here says that the wizard was kind of a jerk to you. And that seems wholly unfair. Can we open this somehow?
The iron gate is locked.
What if we just turn off all the light? Can you go out through the shadow?
If you
I
turn
have
off...
a feeling I know which key this is. Elysia?
Huh?
If you want to open it, do you remember how that original keyring had one really strange looking key? If you look over towards where the door is.
I'll go and take it.
Hand you the keyring.
Try
It's
that
worth
one.
mentioning that you are currently moving about not only in a brightly lit room, but also in a room where there seems to be a magical, massive source of light.
Yeah,
A wall of light.
not very pleasant. I imagine it's like here.
It's filling this entire room this way.
Oh, God. Can you move through all this light anyway?
I have tried before, but it was not very pleasant. I fear another contact with that wall he has conjured will kill me.
How do we...
We'll try to sort of open the thing with the key.
The key is way too big.
Oh. Well, that's no use. Moves back.
I
Ah.
have to do it manually. But first we'd have to put this light out. If you're serious, we should release her.
He is the wizard has often teased me with the way to deactivate this wall. He has some strange powder that he said he stores in his cave. That simply has to be thrown at it.
We don't even know where,
In his cave. It was up to the north. You know, it seems only fair that we go and retrieve the powder from the cave.
But how long do we have to do all this?
Two shrugs. Well, I don't think the Baroness is going to go in here before we say it's safe.
Well, she's probably gonna ask, why are you leaving?
I was like, that's really our business. Seems she has a cave. We're going to look at the cave to get the keys.
Can't we just turn these lanterns off?
As we could the torches, but I don't think the light wall can just be turned off. She'll begin to walk out.
I guess we'll be back when we find that cave to the north.
Please come back soon. And
Must be so boring to be stuck in there.
the creature
what do-
seems to again turn into a cloud of pure shadow.
Let's check this way first.
I don't like this place.
This way.
No, the wizard really didn't seem like a very nice person.
The door's locked, but that certainly doesn't stop Fauna. What you see
Click,
is
click, 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 kick.
a tiny room, sort of antechamber to some sort of bigger room. The door to the north is a rather massive iron door, and this entire room is covered in different scripts. One word definitely stands out, but none of you can make sense of it.
Can't read it.
You cannot read it.
Can I discern what all the description here, any of it is?
You could make a linguistics check.
Maybe.
You would guess that this is definitely written in Abyssal. It doesn't seem
Not
to be
Abyssal.
doesn't seem to be inertly like magical words, but more like a tutorial
Dominion.
or a manual.
Dominion.
What? Eox, Actorum, Casora, Dominion?
You say these words, nothing really happens.
Maybe try the big key.
Do you want to go in there?
Yeah, we have to check it out, right?
Oh, good. The room with abyssal writing on the front door. Come on.
I trust you.
I really don't want to go in there.
I don't.
The big key doesn't fit, but the large iron gate is not locked.
Oh, just push it open then.
Oh,
Push it open, and what you see is a large room, very large room, with a well in the eastern corner. This room again is covered in, this time definitely some sort of arcane writing, similar of what you have seen in the other two, in the room where Mathai was kept and the summoning chamber where the devil was kept. Likely to facilitate conjurations and summonings.
Okay. Is it trapped?
It doesn't seem to be trapped.
Takes one look at that well and then stands over here.
As you
What is this?
Don't go too close to the well.
Stop. As you
Stop.
step into the room, you do certainly see the well, which is about 10 feet deep, so it's very hard to see what's in it.
Oh,
But
alright.
as you approach, you hear a very deep voice calling out to you,
the-
saying that the deep voice addresses you. Here to gloat over me some more, wizard, and without your usual greeting, you'll play that game one time too often, and on that day I'll enjoy supping on your entrails.
Dominion.
You hear nothing for a moment, shuffling of hooves, as the creature apparently decides to try to escape its enclosure by climbing out of the well, and indeed succeeds. We'll go to initiative.
what? We didn't even do it. Yeah, okay, I laughed at it.
Oh, I let it free with Dominion.
You did?
The word didn't really seem to have any effect.
Oh, that was definitely it.
Well, if it starts climbing out, Fauna will panic a little bit.
Yeah, what you
Um,
see in front of you is a goat-faced, hoofed humanoid with large horns, wielding a rather large halberd, I do believe. A rather large halberd.
We're not the wizard, oh my god! Shoot
Yeah,
that
if
thing.
If it's getting out, yeah, I shoot it in kind of a bit of a panic.
Get it back in that well.
You shoot it, and you certainly hit.
I then 5-foot step.
Gee, by the
I'm
way,
going to
cameras-
move action, reload with a sun shot. No, I'm going to reload with one of my entangling shots actually.
camera sheep.
No, camera.
People can't see.
I'm also
face
Fawn
thing.
was going to be like panicking like Eocactorum Gasora Dominion.
Tiro will say, "We're not the wizard."
The goat-faced thing answers, I care not.
Okay. She'll shoot it. Is it up from the well?
It is currently climbing up.
Just shoot it. Just
Can I see it?
You can't see it. It
Then I
does not
can't-
have cover.
I can point blank because it's in 30.
uh-huh.
Pew!
Rabbit shoot that thing.
Didn't react. It's a pew. I don't think that hits.
Those are 2 misses.
Wait, I want a 5-foot step.
Okay.
Don't hide behind me.
I will hide behind you all I want.
Yeah. Alicia will shoot this thing. Seems to be a bad creature. So it must die.
1 hit for 7 damage.
And step back.
Creature half climbs, half jumps out of the well. And is not snapped to grit. And walks right here. And that's a double move. It seems rather intent on causing some carnage here. Probably out of frustration.
The Fawn are 5 foot steps back. And I'm going to shoot it.
A reflex save.
It's going to get, well, that's if I hit first, of course. But,
It's gonna succeed anyway. Shoot it.
Yeah. Take the damage.
You hit.
Horrible damage.
2 damage, yeah. And the entangle does not take effect.
I then reload as a move action using an alchemical cartridge.
1 hit for 11 damage.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, let's see what we can do. 5-foot step. Shoot. Oh, I forgot to. Oh well.
There's a hit. And it's turn again. Did you challenge it?
No, I can only do that once.
The goat-headed humanoid is going to step up to Tiru and try to attack, using both its halberd and its rather large horns. That is certainly a hit for 7 damage, and make me a fortitude save, please.
I'll poison you.
That is enough. You feel good enough.
Except for being cut with a halberd.
Except for being cut with a
Was
gnawed
7
on
damage,
halberd.
right?
7 damage.
He's been gnawing on it?
He's being gnawing on his halberd.
God.
Piru, step back. I delay my action.
5-foot steps and shoot. Oh,
No hits.
Yeah, steps back.
That is a hit for 8 damage.
So I just throw one of the crystals which explodes. That hits him.
And that almost does it. But he's still hanging on.
Well, that teach me a lesson about that. Fire.
That is a hit. And He is down. Crumbling on the floor. Dropping his halberd.
That wasn't friendly.
What was it?
Hmm?
Can make a knowledge planes check.
No, we don't have planes.
Oh.
Goes to look at the
Only if
well.
I made that summoner, right?
The well is really just a hole in the ground. With a smooth stone floor, smooth stone walls. Likely as an attempt to make it difficult for the creature to come out, but it really didn't seem to help much.
I wonder why it was sitting down there anyway.
Probably summoned down there is what I'm guessing.
But then why would it not have just crawled up?
Possibly there was something on it which we didn't do to stop it from coming out. We can't really read what's written on the wall.
It's probably not important anyway. Let's continue. There's a cave we have to find.
Whoops.
Oh,
You can exit the manor with no problem.
Yes, I whack you around the head with the Chaotic Wounds wand.
Let's do that.
okay.
And whistle for hammer.
It's 1d8 plus 1, right?
Comes to.
Oh, that the front door seems to have disappeared.
Oh wait, did we have that guy?
Well, let's not step on that then.
Is it round two?
Probably disable it.
Yeah, probably. Tinker, 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 tinker.
Well, you don't manage to disable it, but you don't think that it's going to trigger again without actively trying to make it so.
You think it's going to require manual resetting?
It's probably going to require some sort of action to make it go again.
So, should we do anything about that person in the other room, or?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think so.
Don't you think you want to, get out of there?
He seemed pretty intent on staying, actually.
Well, we can take him to the...
Well, wait. Let him be here until we find his two friends. He has enough food there to last him for a few days.
2 days.
Yeah. It's a few.
A couple.
Okay.
You can switch back to the Belheim map if you want to.
Sure.
I'm wounded.
Hammer.
Oh god, monster, kill it! No,
Hammer, I'm wounded.
no you're not. You're fully healed.
No, I'm not.
You are.
I am. Oh. I thought I needed 2 hit points.
Unless you didn't copy your token.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I'll go back and copy
I'll
it.
do it for you.
No, 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 no.
Done.
Oh.
You do not stop me.
So, to the north, I suppose.
I suppose so.
Kind of vague, really.
It is a little bit a little bit vague, I think, to try.
I can sniff it out. Let's go.
You don't know what you're looking for.
You head north.
Just sent
Yeah, but you don't know what you're looking for.
a cave.
You can't smell a cave.
Try me. Maybe there's some scent in there. It's a cave.
You don't know what scent you're looking for is the problem.
Stop being such a no man.
Well, let's consider how many mountains are there nearby that could have caves in them?
To the north.
Yeah.
There are no giant mountains to the north. It's hilly terrain. That's all you really know.
Yes, you got anything to work on?
Not really.
Like, it's a little bit difficult to do something with no clues.
But did you see anything in there?
No.
Except for a song and some other words, passwords that we haven't found a use for.
Passwords might be to where he's hiding the dust.
Yeah, but
Take some time, look at the things you've collected.
I'm gonna go to the toilet.
You can do that too. Yeah, let's take a 5-minute break.
Going to
Alright.
that bush over there.
A 5-minute break. Let's try to hit out. What have we really found? We found planet maps. The summoning book. We haven't really taken anything. Halfway?
I
No.
don't know. Well, you've taken money.
That's true. And then we've taken. Don't think I. Don't remember any sort of map.
No.
Surely the dirty song wouldn't hint at any hidden locations or meaning.
Does the dirty song say anything about a cave?
There's a lot of things about very scantily clad women.
So a cave?
You know, that's very far-fetched, but yes, I suppose it does.
Well, this song says this. And then Alicia's like, oh my.
It's probably not the case
She
you're looking
frowned
for.
slightly.
What?
This you should really not. You shouldn't. Yeah. Just think. Birds, bear, bee. Anything with bee.
Okay, all serious at it.
I mean, fishing holes are kind of like caves.
What if we ask a ranger and ask here if a hunter is in the city and ask if they know if there's any cave to the north?
I think if it was a known cave, the wizard wouldn't have hid stuff in it.
Maybe there's monsters in there.
Could be.
At least we could ask a hunter or a ranger and see if, God damn it, I'm a ranger.
Yeah. So, chat, where do you think that the wizard's cave would be?
Well, I have knowledge geography, so
Interactive gameplay.
I don't know if that could help.
What clues in the mansion have we missed? What map didn't we find? Or did we find but not realize that we found? I remember stars, star charts. We have to navigate planets to find it. I mean, that we're never gonna get it.
On a different planet.
Like I know for a fact Eox is another planet, but yeah. I can't really point at Eox at the same time.
Halldamir doesn't think there is a cave. There is no cave.
Why does he
Maybe
say
that's
that?
the solution.
The dining room, he had another room, kitchen room. In his personal room, all there was money and a key. Upstairs room, there was just
That
star charts.
baby goat is still there, sheep. Lodo.
Yeah, it's there. It's good. It's art.
Oh, it's still on the,
Just
yeah.
don't look at it if you don't like seeing it.
I was. It starts with it's scrolled out. I don't think we really learned much.
What about caves? No. I mean, the only thing we could do is go ask him again, but he said he didn't know. He just knew that it was there. Shadowbeing didn't know either. Just knew that it existed and that it was in powder and he needed it. Little fly thing didn't know anything. That's kind of mute now as well. What's a freezer? I don't know. I mean, maybe we did what we were asked, right?
But just not go to the cave and leave that shadow being to its destiny.
But we kind of want to redeem the shadow being.
When do you get all redemption?
Well, it'll make the Dark Elf happy.
Maybe you did miss something.
Are we going back?
I don't know, where would we have missed something? Where would Faunra's eyes have failed us?
I don't have the best perception check in the world. I missed a few traps, so you know.
Hmm. Suppose we could go talking to the man again.
We could.
Sighs.
Head back inside.
Yeah. Just make sure not to step on the whole thing. Knocks on the door.
Oh, God, Tiro.
You knock, you hear a shuffling as a bed is moved to the side. Says, hello?
Hello.
Oh, it's you. Can
Yeah.
you let me out now? The mansion is safe, yes? I can
Well-
leave now.
No.
We have to ask something first. Where was the cave? We can't seem to find it.
I only know it's to the north.
Well, that's not very descriptive, you see.
That's all I know.
So where did the other two go? How did they know?
They knew they were helping they were helping Hunkley to carry chests to it. But I was staying here cleaning, making food.
But what if he forgot where it was?
He usually doesn't forget things like that.
He forgot not to be close to the tower when it collapsed.
That is true, I suppose.
He actually went right under it.
Under it. Oh,
Yes,
how
with
strange.
kobolds. We think they might have tried to kill him for some reason.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me.
He didn't seem like a very nice person. Have you been in the basement?
I wasn't allowed to go past the storage rooms.
You shouldn't go in there. It's full of demons and fly babies.
I suspected as much.
So where do you think he would keep something that he didn't want people to find?
He was a rather devious man at times. But I'm not sure. He was a wizard, so maybe he has ways to keep things secret.
So if we let you out, where would you go?
I would go home, out of this forsaken city.
You have a home?
Yes, I have a family.
Family?
They don't expect me back since I'm working here, but they will take me back, I'm sure. I want nothing to do with this wizard anymore.
Why did you take this job?
It paid well and sounded nice to live in a luxurious mansion, but it's really not that nice.
And did you have the bed in there?
I have this big room. I'm the main servant.
And how come you didn't know where he took the things? Are you lying to me?
I'm not
You
lying.
need another few days in there?
No, no. I want to go home.
Huh. Well, I suppose there's no harming letting him home then if he doesn't know anything.
Uh, one more thing. Just promise you let me go if I tell you.
Well, what is it?
Well, Hunkley didn't leave the mansion a lot. Maybe someone saw him? when he was going to his cave. That's
Did you see him when he go to the cave?
well, I saw him leave, but not more than that.
No. All right.
Are you going to let me leave now?
Just, I suppose if you can come out.
Well, Fauna looks at you. Remembering she jammed the door shut.
It wouldn't really be right to sell him on the auction.
Fauna is heavily against selling him on the auction.
I'm a servant, not a slave.
As I said, it wouldn't be right.
No one deserves slavery.
They didn't say they did.
Basically, from you bringing that up, Fauna just basically pulls out her tools, jams it in the lock, and pushes it open.
You see that the desk is being moved again. He looks at you rather hopefully.
Any personal effects you need to take out with you?
I have everything I need on me. I will leave this town today, now.
You don't have to be so fast.
Well, I'd like to get away from here.
I'm sure the Baroness here would appreciate if you would stay and at least help explain what some of these things are. To the best of your knowledge, of course. She might even pay you a little bit for it.
Suppose I know some things.
Coming home with a little bit of money might make them happier to see you.
It's certainly true. My wife does like money. Part of the reason why I left, really.
You might be able to get her something to keep her busy.
Well, money is important for a lady.
Yes. I suppose I can help. But then I will leave this town.
Sure, it will only take a few days, I think. Then maybe a week for the auction. Shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Alright.
So,
but I really...
There's a lovely
the
inn.
tavern. Yeah.
But I really cannot help you with the cave. I don't know.
Because you already said that.
Yes, I did.
Peering at him suspicious now. Does he seem very guilty about that cave?
Not.
Does he seem to know something he's not telling us?
He seems to want to make sure that you know that he doesn't know.
Who are you, Methisic? Says, well, all right. Just go to the tavern and have a cup of whatever you like.
Here. Fauna gives him a gold coin.
Thank you,
That should be enough for rest and food.
Very generous. I'm glad that it was you who came into this manor and not his associates, whoever they may be. Sure, I wouldn't have liked those.
Really should tell us more about them.
I don't know much. I've heard things here and there. Rumors mostly.
Tell me a story. Sit down.
Well, let's get out.
I want to know a story, Lydia.
What?
Well, questioning him further would get him to tell you that he heard all manner of things from the wizard, who apparently liked to talk to himself, using strange words that none of the other servants really know what they meant, which eventually led them to believe that he was dealing with forces way beyond their comprehension, which may or may not be true, as you have seen in the basement. But from there on, he spins a tale of shadowy associates and well, generally he thinks that the wizard was in contact with people that are not very nice.
Okay, story time's done. Let's go. Kira, are you in the food cupboard?
No.
Come on, sir. No reason for you to wait here.
Yes.
I mean, you can stay in there if you want to. I can close the door again.
Oh, I think I've stayed in there long enough.
Don't step in front of the door.
Oh, yeah, there's a trap in front of the door. It shouldn't trigger, but just in case.
It's very gingerly around the supposed trap.
Oh, we
Leaves with you.
let him out.
I can prove it to you.
You reactivate the trap.
I could.
Just to have him fall in it. That seems cruel.
I'm making falling points. I could turn it on.
Well,
That's why I
time
told
to
you
see
to
that
not
hammer
to.
again. Let him go to the tavern. I'm sure he knows the way.
He will go to the town. Do you only go to him, or do you explore the rest of the manor again?
Is there anywhere else?
I mean, what else?
Where do we
know.
go?
He seemed to have a good idea, so let's go with it.
I smell a bear.
Something up north.
Something north. So
These people probably know.
considering where we are on like the inner sea, something north. A lot of things.
Who lives in number 38?
Knocking at the door, you will quickly find out that in number 38, you see, which is a hunting lodge, you see the family of Bitten.
Oh. Seen them before, or?
Oh, you think you've seen them around? They're mostly north in the forest, like doing their hunting thing. They're probably one of the less social people in Belheim.
To the north, forest, excellent.
Well, they're gonna have a visit now.
A dwarf with a giant worm knocks at the
At
door.
least he knocks on the door. Yeah. Hammer is
Ron was
about
gonna go
behind
for
her. You know.
Can certainly question them. You will see a rather shocked-looking woman exiting the hunting lodge as she sees Hammer, blinking at you.
He just gestures for her to come closer.
What do you want?
I have a few questions.
You can... Yes. What
Ignore
is
the
it?
worm, it's completely safe. Calling from a distance.
Is your husband home?
No, he's out in the forest getting food.
Oh, well, you know, the wizard used to walk these woods, right?
We've seen him once or twice on this road. We thought it was very peculiar.
Did you
Doesn't
notice
leave his house much.
which way he went?
Oh, the Devil Road only goes north. There are no forks that I know of.
Well,
Not
alright then.
anywhere close to Belheim, at least. I don't know how far north it goes, but
Have you recently seen two other men walk along it?
there's a few people who regularly walk this road.
Some of the wizard's servants?
I didn't know he had servants. But that might explain the two people I saw recently, yes.
You haven't seen them before?
Not that I know of.
Well, thank you. It was very helpful.
She nods, taking one last look at the worm, muttering under her imaginary beard, "I knew it, it was true." And then stepping back inside.
He just sits up on the hammer and
That's friendlier than usual, don't you think, Tiro?
just what?
What?
A little bit friendlier than usual to a giant worm. Yeah,
I
we're
think
getting
they
used to
heard
it.
the rumor. It's friendly. Just like, well, I suppose we just follow it and see if we find anything along
I have
the road.
no idea what rumor they're talking about, but sure, let's follow the road.
People make rumors about everything.
I heard a great rumor about a giant worm. A giant worm apparently eating trees.
It's fake.
Follow the dirt road. Follow the dirt
To
road.
gold, we go!
You go to Gold.
Not that far.
It says to gold. I mean, that
When we
clearly
begin
says
to
we're
hear
supposed
like
to go.
musical numbers, we turn around.
When you see the loading screen, you've gone too far.
Yeah.
Well, you head north. What exactly do you look for?
Okay. Well,
One thing, what might be like.
I would
clearly, like,
refer to
section where
Tiro
people-
for this.
Hmm?
Tiro,
Yeah?
find the two mysterious people who are not used to walking in the forest, but we're here within a few days.
Okay.
You smell if you can, maybe so we're basically searching like any clues that maybe someone's like gone off road, possibly.
You're a tracker, right?
She's a tracker.
And suddenly make survival checks. Or one.
She has a
at least.
nose. She can smell them. Possibly.
It's
I don't
been a couple
suppose-
days. The smell is not really usable for tracking anymore.
Meh.
Okay.
Especially since she doesn't know how they smell.
Regardless. I probably shouldn't help with survival. This should be Tira's thing, I think.
So if I roll badly, it's not
We
my
might get
fault.
lost.
Hey!
That is certainly a lot.
Probably not getting lost on a 29.
You see quite a few footprints on this road, many just normal boots, dirty boots that you would expect a hunter or ranger to have, but you do see some that don't quite seem fit for the terrain that is going north. Following those, you do see them eventually get off course, off the road, and eventually heading into the western part of the forest to the north, and eventually to a small creek. Or a rather small river. And I will send you to a different map.
Time for battle.
Not a battle map, it's just a map for representation.
As
Here
Hammer
goes.
stealthily moves.
So it's that way.
Yeah, eventually you see a flock of carrion birds circling above the forest, and approaching that spot, you do eventually manage to find the two servants.
I think they might be dying or dead.
Oh, good.
Alright, do
We
this.
have a map.
You gave me the hiccup.
If you want to force us, you go tools and then.
Yeah, I did.
Force.
You actually did. I said I think they're dying or dead. I started hiccuping.
So where do you want us to go?
You arrive from this like path here.
Tiro in front.
Tyr's leading, right?
Yeah.
And then there's the worm.
Yeah, even those without scent do smell the stench of dead bodies.
And Tyr's nose must be hurting.
Puke? I don't know.
No.
The two dead bodies do look rather gruesome, as they've quite clearly been dismantled by whatever local wildlife lives here. Something with rather large teeth.
Alicia keeps watch for something with large teeth.
I want to think of like, judging by like how wide apart the teeth marks are. Could you judge what it is? Probably
Make a knowledge nature.
I can do that if you're not good at it.
We can both do it.
No, I'm not. No, that's not this character. Sorry.
not.
Well done.
Checking her guide to plants, animals, and other natural things.
You would guess that these were wolves.
Wolf marks. You can judge. You can see it here from the marks here. It's quite clear. Also paws.
Right.
Are wolves normally in is wolves native to the forest?
Wolves are indeed native to this forest.
Okay.
Well, mystery solved. Where's the cave?
Does this appear to be water?
That appears to be a about 2 foot deep like river creek, and there does seem to be an entrance over here.
Oh, maybe it's.
Roll me
I'm glad I'm not
a.
halfling because this is like neck.
Before you move there, roll me a perception check, please.
Alright.
Okay.
Really, I'm glad I'm not halfling. That'd be like neck height. No, I'm fine. I'm good.
You're up to the neck of trouble.
Yep. I'm up. Okay, you two can roll good this time.
Natural 20.
23.
Both Elysia and Tiro notice or hear a shuffling of leaves to the north, and will not be surprised,
Wolves!
as there's indeed a group of wolves.
Big
You know-
wolf!
One
You know-
rather large wolf, and we'll go to
Oh.
initiative.
Time for Elysia's kill. But yeah, for once,
This one won't disappear.
Fauna won't act first in combat. Actually, twice I won't act first.
Oh my god,
I'm
this
not-
is amazing.
Tiro goes first.
Well, not only that, but I can crawl up to the tree and get higher ground.
You can.
Well, first of all, the wolf gets to act, as it charges Tiro.
Dun 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 dun. She's not surprised.
I'm not
He's
surprised.
not surprised.
That wolf was coming.
Yeah, I was too big. I was too busy like checking. Like, so what kind of wolves are? Oh god, what are these?
Tiro.
We'll
There's a wolf in your
crawl
face.
up into this tree.
Well, if you
should we-
move that way, you
we're gonna
get
get
an
provoked
attack
doing that.
opportunity.
Well, how do I?
Could just step back and like rapid shot it.
No, I would like to go up in the
You
tree.
do have your favorite animal. You do have your favorite animal. On it.
Yeah, I totally want to go up in that tree.
I think you should shoot it.
I want to go up in
What
the
is-
tree.
what is-
Then
what
you
is-
go
is
in
there
the
a-
tree. That's
So
what
what
you
is
want to
it?
do.
What is he might attack you and then knock you to the ground?
I doubt he can do that.
I think he can.
Do an acrobatic and see if I can.
Oh. In
Acrobatics. Tree.
acrobatics. It will still take your entire round to get up the tree.
And it's gonna take a while to
No.
get up the tree.
No, she has.
She has a climb speed, that is true.
It's a rather large tree.
Well, she has. What was it? 30.
Well, you're getting attack opportunity regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what's right.
Get attacked first.
That's a miss.
Buddy, that's a miss.
Oh, she spends around.
It does take more than one move action to get up the tree completely.
Even with my move.
Even with your 20-foot climb speed.
You only have a 20-foot move speed.
Still.
You can't just teleport up the tree.
Unless you were from my 4th edition character. That's pretty good.
Well, I'm happy I did this.
This wolf is
Big.
That's not the that is the big wolf. Yeah.
Do we recognize it as a dire?
You can probably with that knowledge check
It's
you
a
rolled
big
earlier.
wolf.
It's certainly a big wolf.
I mean, you call it what you want.
Big, fast, and rather mean as he runs towards Honra and attacks.
Who is currently looking at wolf footprints before this runs up?
That is against your flat-footed,
Yes, that's a hit.
which is a hit. For 9 damage.
Yum.
Probably.
Honra.
Oh God! What? Plan B. Sit back. Plan B. Would you like to know what Plan B is?
That shoot
Kill him.
things.
No. Plan B is not shoot. Plan B is that.
The bomb.
Minimum damage.
That is a hit against touch.
Aiming for this square, so it goes boom, 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 boom.
This guy gets a reflex save. But he doesn't make, so he gets
5 damage. And I throw a crystal. Seemingly, it's not doing very much. Faulty.
This wolf going to charge Elysia on the
Aw.
worm.
Do I get my attack of opportunity?
If you have a reach weapon, yes.
Yeah, gotta hammer him.
Dun dun dun. Can you baseball batter?
Oh, I forgot my +1 for high ground.
Oh well. It's a hit.
That is still a hit, and he takes some damage.
I still do more damage with the hammer.
He will still attack valiantly
And
for 5
Hit some
damage,
dice.
and then fall over.
Is he gonna roll over?
It's gravity making him
Because he
roll over,
runs, he
yes.
just swings the hammer, smacking it in the ribs as it then sort of comes and bites her, then flaps on the ground.
And it's your turn.
Well, it kind of ruined my plan, but I think I can still do it now because it's dead. Hammer goes here. Hammer attacks wolf.
nom nom.
It's not very good at it, but
The hammer is scary. He's big.
hey, it's something.
That's it.
I usually try to smack die wolf because that's what she's really interested in.
That's also a hit. Wolf 2. Well, he'll have none of this. Back. That's a horrible miss.
I'm gonna so die.
Yeah. Hero.
He's within 30 of the direwolf, right?
Yes.
Okay, so point blank, higher ground, rapid shot, +2/+2. Go.
A crit that confirms for 27 damage. Jesus Christ. Which is enough to down him. You hit
Good
the
job shooting those animals.
You
the
saved my life.
exact spot that you need to hit. This guy's dead. Honor.
Okay, I'm feeling slightly better. Bonner is going to shift here, drawing her sword. Is going to try hitting it with the sword. You might as well, right?
Yeah.
I'm flanking.
That is it.
Your Bonner's not the most proficient with a sword, but she can hit things.
He lets out one yelp and then is down. Combat is over.
As a swift movement, she slashes over its neck, letting the blood splatter over the splash like over here.
Mouths at the creature.
You can keep its pelt.
I bet Turo can cut it out for you if you have survival.
At least she has some survival as well.
Yeah, but if you don't want to destroy it.
Yeah. If there are offers, I mean,
So,
I think Elysia is used to trying to skin them.
no, she's not very good at it. She's too brutish. Those are rips it because she gets excited.
Turo will skin the direwolf.
And take a few minutes to skin the direwolf, sure.
I rolled a 17, so my survival.
That is probably enough.
Hammer gets a
I'm gonna heal
meal.
myself. I'm going to whack myself with the wand again.
At least you're able to claim a few teeth from it. That seems to be the best.
Well,
She'll put
she'll-
them on a string of leather later.
She'll give you the skin of the direwolf.
Yeah, once it's taken a few days to actually get tanned and made so it won't smell super bad and stuff like that.
Do you want the wolf skins too?
No, I don't really care about those. They're just pesky little wolves. I just want some proof that I slew the beast.
Okay.
Takes a few teeth from it. Now, next to Fonra. Reaches out her arm with the wolf bite.
She's healed it slightly, but not completely. Looks to you. You want me to use it on you as well? I don't
Yes,
know how much
please.
it's got in it. Hold still. You like whack it against the ground a few times, whack it against your arm. You seem to close up the wound slightly.
Does these two men have anything on them?
They have
Application of magic.
They have their clothes, boots. They have a simple dagger each, but not too much else.
Hammer
Gives me
can,
more
move,
effect on you today.
Hammer can move into the water.
Well, let's go.
Swim time.
To move
Not
into
that deep,
the
I don't
cave.
think.
But yeah, the worm gets like a bath though.
It's shallow enough that you can walk in it. Your boots and socks get a hole very wet, but that probably doesn't bother you too much.
You
The
know.
tunnel that you enter is somewhat shallow, somewhat awkward to walk in, but certainly easy enough to enter. What you see here is a cave really. A small waterfall to the west. That is probably the reason why there is a creek here in the first place. And a whole lot of cave floor. There are signs of some people walking through here occasionally, certainly, that Firo can see quite easily. But other than that, it's just a cave.
So you don't want me to roll in a perception check and...
Can roll perception checks if you want to. I won't stop you.
Will it have an effect? We don't know.
see anything
Pretty
suspicious
damn
in
good
there?
at perception.
Don't see anything suspicious, but you certainly hear some rather strange noises coming from the tunnel to the north.
Tiro will whisper it to Fonra that she can hear some noises. Or noise.
Squishing noises, the noises of movement certainly.
Should I go first?
Let's be stealthy.
Richard looks at Hammer, who has to squeeze through the narrow passage. Looks at Tira and then just sits back and waits.
Tiro will be stealthy.
You can try to be stealthy, but the water is making it rather hard to make no noise in this narrow passage.
So roll the 20.
Hammer can just stealthily squeeze through.
It's rather dark, since there's no light. But as you step here, or as Fira steps here, she can see two things rather clearly. One, there are some chests in the back east corner of the small cave. And two, there's something none of you have likely ever seen before. As this thing is so alien that is almost looking at it makes you nauseated. It seems to have spots in his head that seem to contain brains, probably. Large legs, an exoskeleton. It's dripping drool, and It's coming right for you. We'll go to
Can it,
initiative.
can it squeeze?
It looks rather squishy.
Hero! What's over there?
Hero gets to act.
I get it has already seen her.
It has definitely seen her.
I mean, it's fair enough our initiative's so low, right? Because like we don't even know what's going on.
I don't know we come fighting anything.
Two will yell back. There's a giant monster.
What?
Well,
No,
get
but there's no
behind
giant.
me.
There's no giant monsters in the mountain.
There is a giant monster.
You're being ridiculous. Do you want to start the initiative counter?
Well, yeah. Let's attack it then.
What,
guess-
what mountain has ever had a giant monster in it?
Looks like a fly.
Everything we've seen looks like a fly.
It's really, really gross.
Everything we've seen
Come
has been quite
back
gross.
here. I can't get hammer through there.
You don't want me to
It's
shoot
been
it?
forever.
Okay. She'll use a full round to get back. There.
Well, the thing is going to follow you.
Phone.
It does have to squeeze in these narrow tunnels, but that doesn't seem to inhibit it too much. As its body squishes slightly as it moves into the now blocked tunnel. And it's Fauna, who doesn't see it, but hears some rather disgusting noises.
What is that, Tiro?
Is you ready to hammer?
A giant monster.
To Tiro's mind, this thing is magnitudes more disgusting than the things she has seen in the mansion. This is truly alien. There's no resemblance of anything you have seen before.
I'm going to move to say here. Of course I already have my gun out. And yeah. I think that's all I can really say.
Is it?
Well, only so many things she can really do, so she'll ready an attack. Or she'll rather because she'll get attack opportunity anyway, so she'll have a hammer ready an attack.
Okay.
When something
Hero.
comes close to him.
Tiro will prepare to shoot the monster when she sees it.
So shoot on sight.
Also,
Yeah.
continue squishing itself through this tunnel. Not really bothered by having to squeeze too much, and Hammer gets his
All
attack.
the attacks.
2 attacks of opportunity,
I
go!
get my attack of opportunity first,
Yes.
which is nice.
Bada, swing!
Smack whatever this thing is. That didn't go well. It's kind of disgusting, really. Go hammer.
The
It's
2
okay.
large creatures fight in a squishy cave.
Brr.
That is
One
certainly
of them
it.
eats the other.
Num.
It's worth noting that Hammer does seem to be more reluctant than usual to follow Elysia's commands here.
Luckily, he's mindless and dumb, so I can't be afraid.
I get to shoot too.
Yeah, you ready? She readied herself, so.
A single attack.
Hero gets to shoot. Hammer took his turn. Oh, that's weird. Oh well.
7 damage.
Do 7 damage. Actually, you're right in front of it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Hello? Front.
It'd be just
Do
just
It
Seven
won't
damage.
change the thing, yeah.
It's acting during its turn, so yeah, it's before. So yeah, Fauna is going to throw one of her bomb crystals to the very back square. I will
Hero
apply
does
the
notice that her arrows seem to penetrate it, but it doesn't really seem too bothered by it.
Oh no.
Versus touch, remember? Oh god, critical.
That is a critical for 15 fire damage.
Yes, 15 fire damage. What happens is I throw the crystal? Does it seem to get hurt much by it?
That certainly seems to work. And filling the rest of the cave with even more disgusting smells.
Hammer will start as it is. Kill whatever it is.
That is a yes.
In case of emergency, kill.
And it's Tiro's turn.
And smack it.
Oh, yeah, smack. Okay,
Butter, swing.
that is it. And your hammer digs into the soft, gooey mass of it, but it could probably
I don't like this. I'm
do
gonna be
more
attacked.
damage than it is doing right now.
Hmm.
Tiro,
Well, Tiro can't do anything but shoot.
Shoot.
shoot it. That particular
Arrow.
arrow seemed to do absolutely nothing to it.
Like, bounce off.
Yeah. It kind of sticks in it, but that doesn't really seem to be Covering it.
I don't have blunt arrows.
thing. Do a 5-foot squeeze
Blunt wouldn't do better.
and attack Elysia. It's disgusting more.
Ugh.
That is a hit.
God. That is a hit, yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy mad dash for her life.
Does it seem to have
Shit.
reach?
It doesn't seem so. It also seems to be particularly slow. Not in its movements, but in its actions.
It's flying?
It is flying. It is
Mm.
alternating between standing on its insect-like legs and just hovering.
Okay. Don't like this. I think this thing could kill me instantly. I'm gonna step back. And I throw another crystal at it, aiming for that I can't aim for that square. I'll aim for that square.
Okay.
I'm specifying in case I miss, for your knowledge. Like that.
That doesn't hit its touch.
So in that case, I get to roll the d8.
Don't you?
So one sec, I hit there. I aimed for, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, 6, 7.
Yeah,
It'd be there.
if this is 1, then this would be 8, this would be 7.
Boom. It like hits the wall and bounces off.
Everyone in the splash has to do a reflex save, I believe.
Yes, everyone, including him.
Including Hammer, including Elysia.
That was fine.
Yeah,
Hammer takes like 2
the
damage.
thing doesn't seem to make it.
Takes 5 damage. It bounces off the wall, blows up. Cataclysmic boom.
It's Elysia's turn.
Oh, let's see here. How I can stop by biting.
Not a hit.
Do what? I'm gonna do a
You dismount.
dismount and pull out the moderate potion. Yeah.
Hero?
Sorry about the burn marks.
Sorry about locking you in there.
I think we're even.
Sure, water under the bridge. I'll just keep shooting at it. I can't do anything else.
Between a worm and a thing.
You know? How deep is that water?
Those-
The waterfall?
It's not very deep.
Mm.
Those are 2
You need-
hits.
Kill it with fire, kill it with fire.
I don't have any
Wow.
fire.
Wait, I'm out of fire. This is the problem, I'm out of fire.
Thing's turn. Well. It's going to 5-foot step here and attack
Ah.
Hero.
No!
That is a hit for 18 damage.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fonro kind of has a problem.
You don't say.
I can't really do anything. I can try swording it, I guess.
Slash
It's
this
also-
thing.
No, huh?
Slash it.
That's all I can really do. I can't shoot or throw my alchemist fire here.
Why not?
Because it's
Natural
point blank.
opportunity.
So?
I would bite her
I'll
for
die.
19 damage. Yeah.
You hit and slice off some gooey chunks, and indeed that seems to be working far better than the arrows, at least.
The cold iron longsword slashes through it.
Is it?
Hammer does his thing. Trying very hard to not.
Nope.
Well, he's not trying that hard, really. The medium one's a 2d8 plus 3, right?
For what?
Yes.
Yes, 2d8 plus 3.
And she'll drop the hammer and draw the dwarven war axe.
Okay. Hero?
Want to run left?
Retreat into the.
You can accept attack opportunity.
Help you.
Hmm?
That's not good enough. You'll still
You're just
get
gonna
it.
you'll get hit with attack opportunity, just die.
I need to drink my potion, but I can't.
Yeah, that's the problem we have in here. You do have a melee weapon.
Nope.
Hmm.
Only have my bow.
Oh, that makes things difficult.
I really don't want to die here, guys.
I don't want to die here either.
No, we don't want you to die either.
Well, I won't retreat help, but his reach is only 5, so it's
It
only...
will attack opportunity as you running away.
But it's
You only
retreat...
ignore one square. And you
Yeah,
will be
Oh, yeah,
running
you
through
the
2.
first square.
Oh, these two?
Yeah,
Mhm.
these
Yeah,
two.
both of them are in his reach.
Oh, that is ridiculous.
That doesn't matter how you withdraw, you're going to be hit. That's the problem with being
Just
in a...
strike at him. If he takes you down, you'll most likely not die and we can get you up back up.
If I take another 19 damage...
You'll be unconscious.
You'll just be at minus, like, 7.
Thanks. Doesn't take my courage away at all.
Go for it!
Strike him.
No.
Die fighting.
1 hit for 8 damage.
You do hit him by damage.
But she leaves herself open.
Yeah, you do leave yourself open. Are you sure you want to attack him? Because he will get an attack opportunity.
Why?
Because it's
You're
a
shooting him
ranged
in
attack in
melee.
melee.
Didn't you just say I should shoot him?
No, use your melee weapon.
But she
I
doesn't
don't have
much.
a melee.
Oh. Oh, well.
Awkward situation, isn't it?
You really want to shoot him, then you can, and he'll get his attack.
Otherwise,
Yep.
you just do nothing, basically.
You know what? He's gonna attack me next round anyway.
Alright.
So, sure. Cheap, hit me.
Okay.
Hit me, baby.
It's not that bad.
That does down you. Doesn't kill you yet.
I hate you, Hammer!
What?
Because he's in the way!
No,
did
he's
get
not.
in the
The
way.
monster is in the way.
He did get in the way, though.
You can move through Al friendlies if you want.
Well, we couldn't 5-foot step through them, though.
No.
He's too big.
And he was-
Hello?
That's down. And I think it's time to take care of that giant thing behind its back.
Phew.
What? They're flanking.
Is it dead? Or is it still alive?
He's still alive.
Honor.
I'll give you 2 choices. I can flank and just try and do it,
Attack
or
it.
or I can try saving Kyrio's life. Your choice.
She will live for like rounds and rounds.
Fine. Cold Iron Longsword, flanking. Maybe I can hit. I have base attack bonus, which is the only thing going for me here.
You attacked
That-
twice,
that's
but
not a
the,
very good
the first
attack.
one was a fumble.
Well, I clicked it once, so blame the framework.
Yeah, no, the first one was a fumble.
Oh no, that was a crit.
Elysia.
Well, first,
You're flanking.
go Hammer. Take him out. If you die, I can't resurrect you. Just don't. I need you.
That is just a hit. For 4 damage. Take another big chunk of this thing.
Flanking buddies. Elysia, kill it.
I really hope this works.
I hope it works. I don't want to die.
No.
That's a miss.
Something is going to be dead.
Hero,
Oh,
make
it
your...
might hit Alicia.
Okay.
True will not just bleed out.
He's going to attack It is, yeah, because thinks that's wise. 13 damage.
How much health does Elysia have?
More than
More than
13.
enough.
Good. Honor.
Slash, kill it with fire, kill it. I can't kill it with fire. Just attack it. Basically just frantically waving the sword at it.
That is a hit for 6 damage.
Like, the only thing going for it is the fact she like, knows where to hit things. And she'll step on a corpse.
I hope he collects a lot of damn apples.
You know, I'm gonna eat all those apples. And he's gonna have that dirty poem.
Go, Hammer, go.
Did you take the poem, or is that up for the auction? That is a
Took
hit.
it. I stated it really clearly that I took it.
Okay, you took it. You... Hammer bites into this thing, taking another big chunk out of it, and that seems to be finally enough to make it stop moving.
It's very rare that he doesn't eat something, but this he just kind of bites and then blah, blah, spits it out.
He's gonna puke.
No. He can't puke. He doesn't have a reflex for that. He just doesn't swallow it.
I thought that because his teeth.
Alicia throws her axe in the water and rushes to Tira with a potion.
Tell my children I love them.
You don't have any.
Should we give her own cure
You don't know that.
Take this.
Should we give her her own cure moderate wound potion, or?
There we go.
I could have a little kitten at home.
She gave her a potion.
You're okay.
No, she's okay. What the
Tara.
hell is that thing?
What the hell is this thing?
Can I wake
That is
up?
disgusting.
Is there a skill check related to this creature?
And make knowledge planes.
I
No.
have a feeling he would say that. Is Tudor awaken?
You're awake.
I can remove that stuff then.
Alicia scrambles to get out of the water. While this thing is now oozing into.
Yeah, you do quite clearly see that this is unlike anything you can even imagine. Even the texture of what you assume is its flesh just looks completely wrong.
Oh,
I don't tend to ask this, but am I allowed to mount Hammer?
Let's jump on.
Tudor's gonna be Alicia.
I'm underneath Hammer.
There are chests in the room.
Move all of us, because I can't move myself. There we go.
I can't see you moving there at all.
Let's move us, because you're now controlling Hammer, so I'll move wherever
Right.
Hammer.
Why are we on top of Hammer?
We're basically all holding on.
The worm train. Let me reveal some more to make.
Jumps off. Doesn't like Hammer.
Was it my potion you gave me?
That was mine.
Oh, I'll drink my potion.
And what you see here is a sandy cave, its only feature being 4 chests, 3 of which are rather small, with 1 rather big one.
Alicia looks to Fonra. Fonra being barely injured. Looks to the chests.
It's 2d8, right?
If you're using a
Plus
potion. Yeah.
3 or
2d8
something?
3.
Thanks.
I move towards here. Well, describe to me. What kind of chests are they? Are they just like wooden chests, or?
They are very sturdy looking iron chests, each one of them.
Considers, looks over them. Does she think any of them might be magical?
The chests?
Yes.
They are iron chests. Magical in what way?
Possibly magically sealed or magically trapped. I guess
Oh.
trapped requires perception.
Do you have detect magic?
Not currently available to me, unfortunately.
Then you can't really tell just by looking at them.
Fonra, I think it's the inside that we're interested in.
You're muted, Manikai.
Fonra, I think it's the inside that we're really interested in.
If they blow up and kill me, examine, are they trapped? Nope.
I don't think they are trapped.
Tudor will help.
I would take a roll of 11, except they're not trapped.
He would know that after that thing, whatever got in here wouldn't have any.
I don't trust anything.
Nope.
The 2 of you don't think they are trapped.
Definitely not trapped.
I go for the biggest one.
It's
Clearly what you do.
It's locked.
I go for the biggest one.
It's still locked.
Try to use the big key.
There's a big key work on it.
The big key. I believe that does indeed open it.
What is inside the chest?
Inside the biggest chest, you see a whole lot, or rather multiple, immensely large books that look ancient.
Okay. And there?
That's all that there's in the large chest, at least.
Books. Lots and lots of books.
Frown.
Next. The third smallest one.
Who would go to such an extent to protect old books?
This one has to be.
You got at least have some gems in there.
You open the chest and see gems.
Oh,
Found them. Found the gems.
redeemed at last.
How many gems we talking?
While opening all the chests, which I assume you do eventually, you find a grand total of 11,300 copper pieces,
Oh,
7,200 silver
starts to get
pieces,
excited.
1,800 gold pieces, 60 platinum pieces, all in small pouches. You also find a...
I just double checking the sheep. Is that right?
Yes, a small pouch of a strange-looking powder. Can't really know what it is. You find a scroll of permanency
Ooh, that's something to keep.
in a mithril scroll tube, which might also be worth something. 300 gold to be exact.
I mean, this wasn't in the manor.
Wasn't in the manor. It's not part of our contract.
No.
Well, they are the wizard's possessions, but that's
Oh,
up
no,
to
they
your
weren't.
interpretation.
We don't know that this is his cave.
In the large chest, you see a slightly smaller chest, which is very well made, probably worth another 250 gold pieces. And the books in the large chest have very strange names. Things like Secrets of the Dreaming Dark and other very ominous sounding titles.
Yes.
In the other small chests, you find more books, smaller books, not as ancient as the others. Probably worth around 1,000 gold pieces if you sold each of them. There are 4 of those in the small chests. And that's all you find.
What kind of title did you say for the ancient books? Secrets.
One of them was called Secrets of the Dreaming Dark.
Ligia is thoroughly uninterested in those. Well, load the money on Hammer and let's get back to Shadow Guy.
Currently she's filling up her sacks with all the stuff. Take a second. Take a bit more. Okay, I'm done. Elysia,
Yeah.
whack with a Cure Light Wound wand.
All right.
You're looking a little bit tired.
I think I'll take 2.
The thing's running out quite quickly.
There we go.
I think
That helped a bit.
Choo-choo!
Gotta get that Earth Glide at some point.
Are we gonna bury those two?
No.
Okay.
Is Tira the kind of person that would bury them?
In a litter box.
We do not have a litter box. I mean, there is sand in there.
I mean, we should, I suppose. On the other hand,
Do you have a
we
shovel?
can just announce to the
Priest?
Baroness that
Or Baron?
that they're here, right?
Mm,
Well,
yeah.
I suppose, are they whole enough to bring back?
No.
No. Like bits and pieces everywhere.
Bits and pieces.
And, you know,
Take a bag and that would do it.
does any of you have a sack?
Yes.
Do you mind if we ruin it?
I can get another.
I
Probably
don't have
hand
a.
you the sack.
Alright, let's stuff the buddies. Well, what's in there in the sack? They can share one.
I only have one sack, so. Well, one spare sack. I have a loot sack and I have a spare one, so.
Yeah, if you put the pieces of both bodies into one sack, you will not be able to identify which part belonged to which person.
I don't
That's
think.
probably okay, right?
Basically, is it worse for them to be left here and have no burial?
No, this is not okay. Alicia will go and retrieve one of the big chest. Put one in there, put the other in the sack. Put the sack in the chest. Put the chest on Hammer. It takes
And-
time, but it's the right way to do things.
And the chest will take my spot and we go back to town.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
I don't need to ride Hammer if I'm going to be, if we're outside the water.
And you head
Saved our
back,
life.
head back the way you came.
Couldn't have done it with that Hammer.
I have to admit, I've got respect for Hammer, even if I don't like him.
Why don't you like him? What's he ever done to you?
Something about him creeps me out, that's all.
Knife ears.
Wrong person.
Yeah.
On the way back, Tyro just hears a combination of racial slurs from each other.
Is Tiro a knife ear?
No.
No.
Or can't you?
No. Well, Tiro
Yes.
was just thinking of the chemistry of ears.
Yes, there'll be a combination of insults in common, elven, orc, gnome, goblin, and draconic.
Tiro understands common and catfolk.
You do not understand the majority of the insults.
No.
Oh. Knock on the door.
Halldamir will open,
Ra,
look at you.
ra.
Alicia will put the chest and open it. Count.
Halldamir frowns at it, certainly, but says, "Who were they?"
Two of the wizard's servants. They seem to have been killed by wolves.
Yes, from what we can tell, they were quite brutally injured by wolves. Dire wolves as well.
Takes a long moment to look at the bits and pieces. Not really disgusted by it, but very sad mostly. And then she nods. Yes, wolves tend to do that. I will take care of them. Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye. I need a nap.
But
But what about the shadow?
I need a nap.
I'm gonna sleep in the
go
room.
to the manor.
Go to the manor.
This guy is still waiting here for us.
God damn it, we told you to
Yeah,
go.
he is.
He's not there. He's not.
Yeah, there's this Alicia. How much
Just an illusion.
less battle ready one is here. Hammer can wait outside here, so if something flees out the door, he can take it.
Our friend.
So I should be
Our
walking
thing
here.
flees out the door. It dies.
I'm
Well,
scared.
don't flee.
What if it attacks us and we're not really in?
Then we flee.
Okay. We're back.
Well, I don't think we should flee, but
See the shadows slowly coalesce into a form that is slightly easier to look at, and
Yeah.
more or less humanoid, but still very hard to focus on. As
takes the shadow powder. We have the powder, I think.
good, just throw it at the wall. That's how it works, I think.
Oh, so throw the powder at the wall.
Powder fizzles loudly, and after a bright flash, the wall of light is gone.
Oh.
And then one. What?
Maffei hovers a slow moment, and then simply phases through the iron door slowly, not too bothered by the torches. Oops.
I was going to unlock that, but very well.
That will not be necessary. Thank you.
You're welcome. Your stuff is out there, and she points.
We'll escort you out.
She floats over to her stuff, sheaves the two swords, the scimitar and the short sword, puts on the leather armor, which does look rather perfect on her. It's definitely just made for her. By her, maybe even. As it looks rather odd to have a shadow clad in leather armor that looks like plate mail, but at least the plate mail looking leather armor is far easier to focus on than her blurry, shadowy being.
Very pretty male.
She nods, or you think she does, and she says, "Thank you, I made it myself. I did promise to help you in your endeavors, a promise that I probably should not have made, but I will not back up from my words now.
Well, what way can you help us?
I am rather adept at combat, or I should be. Ever after touching that wall, I haven't quite been feeling the same. It drained me.
Is there a way to make you feel better?
I don't know, I hope so."
Well, let us return to the tavern anyway. You shouldn't stand out too much next to all of us.
I would rather not be seen by the inhabitants. I can wait somewhere close by near the forest. I'm not bothered by the weather much. I can wait for you should you need me.
I have a tent if you want to borrow it.
I have no use for tents.
But you said it wouldn't bother you much, so it does bother you a little.
Bright light does hurt on occasion, but as long as there are shadows, I'm fine.
Of course,
That's
supply plenty of
very
those.
well then. That seems agreeable.
Okay. Well,
At the speed we seem to be doing jobs, it shouldn't be too long before we need you.
Good.
This in itself certainly has been quite taxing.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Sarkin says, we did it though. There was a monster protecting the dust.
Monster?
Sort of shows all her some big, squishy, clawed, winged, insect-legged, non-living.
large.
We just can't really describe it.
Maffei nods again and says, "Yes, the wizard conjured many, many fantastic beings. Seemingly intent,
Fantastic. It's more disgusting.
the same word for same creature."
Just for different perspectives.
Okay, let's leave. I really want to leave.
Yeah, you probably long to get out.
Yes.
So we escort the being out.
Mascot out, sure.
Make sure a hammer doesn't attack her.
Nom. Oops. I keep doing this.
And walking outside, she does eventually spot the tower ruins and says that that seems to be a proper spot to wait for you if you need any problems. If you have any problems and need her help.
All right, just
Sure.
make sure not to hurt anyone.
And stay hidden.
That seems to be rather easy for her, as already, as soon as she enters any kind of shadow, she's just really hard to see.
All
I
right.
will join you. I will join you. Change the colour to the wall.
Well, I suppose that's a job done.
Yeah, let's return and get the. There wasn't anything else, was there?
Well,
No?
we were supposed to make sure it was safe in there.
Well,
I think this counts as safe.
I think it's pretty
It's
safe.
rather safe.
Just tell them about the trapdoor?
Oh. Do I think I can actually permanently disable this, make sure it cannot be triggered even by like accident?
The pit trap?
Mhm.
Yeah, you think it's safe enough.
It's probably safe. We also slew the carpet.
We did.
We might need to create like a makeshift bridge over this or something, making sure they cannot screw up.
Well, if the trapdoor doesn't activate.
You know, I'll write on the front door in chalk, basically, warning, pit trap. Be
Just
careful when
pull away the carpet, right?
it's an extra dimensional pit trap. It doesn't work that way.
All right.
It goes through the carpet. Doesn't matter if it's there or not.
Well, still. She'll make her
But
way to the Baroness.
But basically, she writes an elegant message on the door, basically saying, "Be careful. There's a pit trap on the other side of this door."
What are we gonna do with all
recommend-
those super old books?
careful.
Maybe that drow would want them.
Drow.
Yeah, remember we used to have a drow who's out picking apples?
Yeah, L.
Aladar?
I don't think of him as a drow that much anymore. Never mind.
You head to the Baroness, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's early evening. The usual guard standing outside seeing you, already walking away to fetch the Baroness.
Bloodied, wet.
That's the usual sight of you, really.
No. Not going to
Electrocuted.
Sure, we really let ourselves go.
Electrocuted,
Don't
bludgeoned.
get in the mud. That doesn't help.
Right, how many descriptors can we use? Electrocuted, bludgeoned, sonicified,
Poisoned.
poisoned, slashed, bludgeoned, bitten.
Well, still.
But none of us were pitted. None of us were pitted.
Get him back.
We have been soaked. You have been burned. I set you on fire by accident. I apologize.
Job's done.
Baroness looks at each of you, at your current state, slowly nods and says, I didn't expect you to be done so soon. I expect the manor is safe now?
Says every trap in there has been deactivated. We have tried to open every lock and access everything in there. Some of it seems to be quite of some value. There were a few creatures. Their corpses are still there, so we didn't know what you want to do with them.
Well, we're not going to sell them, that's for sure, but I think I'll have someone take care of them.
The building is at least
Very well
safe
then.
enough. I've made sure that nothing in there should trigger off. There is a pit trap in front of the door, but it should be inactive as long as no one starts jumping around right in front of the door.
On that note, some of the items might be easier to sell if they're identified what they are. At the tavern, one of the leader of the wizard's servants, we rescued him from the building. He was locked inside. Has agreed to help with identifying some of the things.
Oh, that's useful. I do have my clerks I've hired, who should be able to identify most of the wizard's strange possessions. But
Perhaps he knows some unique stories about them. I
Fine.
don't know. We asked him to simply stay for the week, see how if he could help as a thank
And
you.
of course, Baron, sometimes the story helps sell the item, and sometimes it boosts the price, meaning more tax money for the town.
I like your thinking.
By the way, there's a cage of birds in there. We gave them some food and water.
Yeah,
They're rather
very
expensive
pretty,
birds.
pricey birds. They should probably be taken care of rather fast.
Yeah, they should be taken care of.
Yes, I will send my clerks in there come tomorrow.
That's good.
It will take some time to catalog every of his possessions, but I think it's safe to say that we can probably schedule the auction for a month from now. That seems reasonable. Enough time for all the various potential customers to arrive, certainly.
Seems reasonable. There's quite a bit of things.
Excellent. I would like to offer you to stay until the auction. You have done a lot for the town, I have to say, and even though I don't seem as grateful as I should be sometimes, fault of mine, I know. But I would like I would like you to see the results of your work, at least. And I will even offer that should you want to buy some things in the auction yourself, to refund you half of whatever you pay, up to a reasonable amount, of course. So if there's anything you want, you can get it for half price.
Okay.
That's a very generous offer. Yeah, I think I would like to stay.
Yeah.
I'm
A
not sure
month, I
if
mean-
you're interested in the strange belongings of Uncle, but maybe there's something you're interested in.
Strux. There was a bare carpet that seemed rather nice.
But he also has a rather interesting lab, which I'd like to have a look for as supplies.
Good. I take it everything in the manor is in reasonable condition still?
I ensured not to use my explosives near any of the
There
expensive
were
items.
probably some holes in said bare carpet. It did come to life and try to eat us, though, so I feel that's justified.
We minimized damage as much as we could. We didn't use anything that caused collateral damage. The most that'll be might be the odd arrow, but that should be about it. Should be mostly left harmless.
That is excellent work. Thank you.
Is there a temple in the town?
There is a temple to Abada in the town.
The god of civilization and trade.
Perhaps a thing. Some of the things down there were rather disturbing. If you could have the local priest maybe look over some of it,
Especially
just
the
to
basement.
ensure that they would not be used to cause any harm.
The basement had something which I think
It seems
was
he has
abyssal.
been summoning devils and demons and all kinds of things.
Yes, there was scripture down there which I recognized as abyssal text. I can't read what it said, but you know, there's a job for clergymen, I believe.
Yeah, a priest should consecrate it.
That does seem like a reasonable suggestion. Devils and demons, that does seem like what I've imagined him doing in his spare time.
As he
Well-
really did not seem like a very nice guy.
I'm glad you came to the same conclusion that most of us have. Still, he was a citizen of Belheim and his death does bother me, to say the least.
Especially because it seemed to be arranged by someone.
Oh yeah,
Another
that,
reason to stay, perhaps.
that
Just to ensure that nothing bad comes of it.
that bandit lord, potentially you said, that has taken the name of the great worm Ateperex, yes.
Whatever it might be.
There's a problem that he used that name specifically. There are a lot of rumors going through the town now that perhaps the dragon has never been slain at all, or has risen again, or some nonsense.
He just seems a little excited. Says it would be grand to live such legends again.
Oh, some legends better stay legends.
It'd be too
Especially,
much of a big danger to all the people around here.
yes. While I myself would like to meet the legendary Lady Tula Belheim, of course, as would everyone in here, I would not like to meet her draconic opponents.
She sort of gives Lady Debbie a sort of a slight smile and says, "If history was to repeat itself, know that you would not stand alone. Not against a beast like that."
It is flattering, really. I appreciate the sentiment a lot. Thank you. Let us yet hope that history truly does not repeat itself.
She sort of gives a half-hearted shrug.
You don't think that there are truths to this rumor, are you?
Says,
I doubt
it
it.
seems unlikely. Generally, you would have seen more, but then again, a bandit lord, that is troubling as well, isn't it?
Yes, but at
These
least
things
it can be
usually
dealt
go
with.
by chains. The question is if he has someone he works for, or... And the finding of the dragon scales, they come from somewhere.
Yes.
For
Well,
now, I think it's just important to be aware that all problems might not yet be dealt with. We
that is
will
true.
as I said, be in the town for the next month. So if anything comes up, seems like we'll be without work.
If in the month coming to the auction you manage to find out anything, I will, of course, as always, handsomely reward you. But I can't think of any leads. You could scout the forest, of course, but the forest is rather large.
She nods. We might stumble upon something. A month is a long time.
It is, yes.
We'll
On
try
a
and
rate,
ask around, see if some of these other rumors tend to have anything to them, and if nothing else, we can put an end to them.
Oh, I don't think you will ever manage to end all the rumors in Belheim.
It seems like there's a list of things to start with.
it seems like the town that creates its own when someone disappears.
Get rid of one rumor and 2 more rumors about said rumor that you have already ended pop up. I've seen it before.
Now, you said something about being handsomely rewarded.
Yes, should you find anything to do for the town. Oh, and the manor, of course, yes. Yes. I take it you have taken nothing for yourself and rely only on my reward, yes? As we've discussed?
We haven't taken any valuable objects from the manor.
Anything that can be sold will be sold. Even
Exactly.
the bodies have been left.
Also,
Good.
everything that can be sent to auction is there.
I did reclaim my arrows, though.
Yes, those are yours to keep. And this time she finally sends her trusty guard again to get the chest of money. And indeed, you find 5,000 gold pieces in said chest. The promised reward.
I put it onto the back of the worm.
I do have to say that your group seems to be getting smaller by the day, though.
Yes, it seems that
They are stuck up with business throughout the town.
one of our friends was a local, is now helping hunting wolves. We might have encountered some of said wolves in the forest, actually, rather large ones. It's probably good to get them
Direwolves.
dealt with, but that's really a side project.
Who's?
Another one of our friends and companions seems to be roped into an apple harvest. He has a very hard time saying no.
See, yes, some of the townsfolk can be rather insistent, I know that much. But do you mean the drow that you had with you? They will
Yeah.
pay to see him pick apples.
Well, he
Well, you don't-
lights up
we
and says,
don't
well,
need-
I
Just-
could
just-
arrange that.
Just a manner of speaking, of course.
If you want to see it, go to the orchard.
I think it's better if I do not. He is one of the people who has helped this town after all.
Yes, hopefully by doing these sorts of things, he'll begin to feel more accepted. It's
Well,
not that I know why he needs to feel that way.
Well, that is up to the townsfolk to make him feel accepted. He is a drow, and that means, well, arguably
not.
little to most people here, since drow are not common in these parts, although some might have other ideas of how to treat drow. Has he run
There
into
might be
any
rumors.
troubles yet?
I don't think so. Not that I've noticed, at least. He will be able to handle himself. He is rather strictly religious, as it is.
Good, I see. I would not want this to escalate.
It shouldn't escalate. He is very good at forgiving.
Not.
Is there anything else you need of me?
There's more work if you come by it, but for now I think we'll go and rest for a few days.
I have a few wounds which need treating.
Me too. Waving her tail around happily.
He bows and then step back.
Smiles at
bow.
all of you warmly,
Tyrone-
or trying to at least.
Tiro noticing that we should bow, starts, oh, and bows.
Honor doesn't bow, she just walks away.
Mounts hammer.
I didn't know we should bow.
That's the thing where she sort of rises. He prances, and she sort of has the setting sun behind her. She lets out a sort of a gurgling sound, and then she gives the Baroness a wave, and then moves.
In the meantime, we're already back at the tavern.
But in Bonner's case, you just sprinted back.
It's a scenic shot. Cinematic.
He will run on 4 to catch
Yes,
up.
it is your heads into the sunset.
Bonner has no interest in dramatics.
Have you been there?
Bonner comes
horses.
back, or asks the bartender, how strong can you get something for me?
Talia takes this as a challenge.
Can I have some fish? That would be awesome.
Alicia basically dumps the crates from Hammer on the floor here,
Bonner points to where to
the
put
chests.
the crates of money.
and then she goes up and goes to sleep because she is tired. She's not really feeling food after that whole thing.
Yeah, Bonner will drag the chest upstairs with the drink and do a countersty while drunk.
And Firo definitely gets her fish.
But
In
Tiro
fact-
will
In
will
fact,
sit...
she gets 2.
Yes! She'll sit happily eating the fish in front at the bar.
Bonner is clearly not happy after today. She screwed up way too many times.
Oh, Billame. Whole month just to run the forest and talk to all the weird people.
Should we call that where we're stopping then?
Yes. If Jonas had returned by this point, I would have asked if we want to keep going, but there's not much point.
The time for me to work out how much all this is, especially with like copper, silver, and gold pieces all like intertwined.
The question comes up then: when do we begin again?
Good story. Good question.
Yeah, before you go to counting loot and stuff,
Loot?
you could simply say, "Yep, we wait until the auction starts." You could do various downtime activities. I'm not going to limit your creativity. You want to buy a house? You got the money.
Oh, I think we'll do downtime things.
Yeah, you can
I don't-
simply
I
do
don't think
downtime
I'll
things.
settle down and buy a house. My
Could.
adventuring days are over. The wizard's mansion is now. I mean,
No, I don't think any of us want to live there though.
we could make like a collective. Where we all live together.
No.
Hammer could play in the ruins and. No.
I'll sell them if a scroll tube and just get a normal one for it. Huh? That's not bad. It's not
Yeah,
bad.
other than that, you could like listen for more rumors and handle those. But we will basically start the next gameplay session probably before the auction, like a day before.
Yeah, so that's like downtime things we do. Us to you, or.
Yeah.
All right. A month of downtime. That is pretty impressive.
Halldamir says that he believes the idea is Fridays is Dragon's Demand and Saturday is for
That will be how it'll be in future, yes.
Yeah.
the future.
So, going for all the stuff we got, we didn't get a whole lot of like equipment loot.
No.
The scroll of permanency, I think, should we want to keep that?
Sure.
It's the most useful thing I think I see there. Other than that's like a mini chest with 250 gold. Probably not the most important. Smaller books probably not needed. Ancient books we don't really have a price for.
I still think I don't know if Aladar is.
Really dump them in his room.
Yeah, let's dump them in his room and where
Sounds
there's
like old
a message.
monster books.
There is
Yeah.
a message on top saying that's what you get for not being there. Apple seed.
The ancient books, you could spend some time reading through them, but that might be difficult as none of you speak the language or
Like,
can
we
read the
have, like,
language.
What is it in Abyssal?
Several
did you
books
say?
in Chinese with no pictures. Like, oh, well, I have no clue what that even
Was
means.
it Abyssal
The-
Sheep?
The tomes are in Eklo.
Anklo? Yeah, no.
No clue.
And
If
even
they
if we level
want
up, my character has
Dwarven or
my character has
common.
no interest in even learning Anklo, so you know.
Yeah, also, they might be worth quite a bit, but you definitely can't sell those in Belheim.
Maybe when the auction arrives, someone will have the know-how.
If you give
Okay,
them
fine.
to the Baroness, though, she could sell them on the auction, sure. But they aren't really your possessions.
What? We found them in a cave.
They are quite clearly the wizard's books, though.
We found them in a cave.
Okay.
They are crazy tomes about topics that nobody knows anything about. Therefore, they are the wizards.
I'd be okay with just having included them in that.
You as a group, I think we can decide during like downtime like what we're gonna do with them.
Yeah, just gonna say, hey, we found these, and the wizard apparently had a hidden cave with a monster in it.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Here you go. A little more additional stuff for you.
Yeah, I'm going to stop the recording here at least. I'll keep the stream going.
Yep. All right.
So
Okay,
thanks for
so
watching, YouTube. If this ever reaches YouTube, I'll find out.
Why wouldn't
It
it?
probably will in like 3 months.
Because
What?
I don't know how to record. I just pressed start recording and hoped it worked.
It will.
Let's find out.
Well, if you did it correctly, then it should be like wherever you're still got your recording folder set.
Yeah, let's find out.